All right. Here we go. Man, that was a good Super Bowl that looked like it got ruined by a terrible call, man. But we'll talk about it. Fair use applies, man. Fair use act. I was playing somebody else's YouTube video, man, and I'm gonna give them credit. That's the React page on YouTube, man. Y'all can go check them out. I might even put a link in the description, man. But fair use. We will be commentating on some of the comments that was on those Twitter feeds. So from some of the NFL players, but since it is a Kansas City W, which I don't count, I'll let ILW brother go ahead and come in with his Kansas City fandom and tell us what you thought, and then I'm gonna let Chris go in because I already know what Chris gonna say. But go ahead, Lamar.
Oh damn, man, my fandom? No, come on, you know me well better than come in with my fandom. I'm gonna give a legit podcaster, sports person that talks sports.
Objective.
Very objective.
Okay, all right.
Look, leading up to this game, I think everything that happened pretty much happened. I knew Jalen Hurts was, first of all, Jalen Hurts balled the hell out.
Yeah, he did.
Minus the fumble, the little hiccup on himself, they cost his team 7 points. But Jalen Hurts balled out. I was worried about his shoulder. He was fine. He was fine. Jalen Hurts balled out. Patrick Mahomes did his thing. Yardage wise, it wasn't a Patrick Mahomes night, but he kind of did what I was expecting to. Because if anybody saw last year, they played in week 4, and I watched that game again, and it was literally a whole bunch of intermediate passes, slants, hooks, in routes. Every now and then, each quarterback took a shot. Look, Philly is probably one of the most complete team in the league right now, just this year. Going based off of that. Look, I know a lot of people are going, be mad about the last call, and just me being very objective. The refs missed a lot of calls in true actuality. But what I like is they pretty much stayed out the way. And I said this before, like, all the obvious calls, but for the most part, stay out the way. Now, I get the timing of the call. It was terrible. I can say that. It was a terrible timing of the call. But if you look at the way that it went down, and even James Bradbury himself, hey, I mean, can't be mad at the flag was thrown. Man, 38-35 was the final score?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting defense because it was 42-30 when they played in Philly last year. So it was a high scoring game then. And these two teams pretty much mirror the teams of last year. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, add A.J. Brown, who balled out tonight. That guy's a man child. You better double him. Devontae Smith got off. Philly did exactly what they did. The only thing that they really didn't do was their running backs couldn't really get off. Their running game was pretty much Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't even been mad if they gave him MVP even in the losing effort. Like, dude,
I ain't a big fan of that. I ain't a big fan of what's the point? Like, what's the point of saying you know what I mean? Like,
no. I get what you're saying, Mel, but like, and I'm saying this with all honesty, Jalen Hurts was the best player on that field tonight.
He was all over the place.
He was the best player on that field.
He also had the biggest mistake on the field.
True, but it happened. To me, it happened so early in the game that it was something that they could have gotten over.
It was early, but it was a touchdown.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
It was a big play. It was a big play.
I'm with you. I'm with you, but it was still something that they had a chance to actually get over because of the whole second half.
Look, after all the controversy as far as the refereeing and the flags that happened in both championship games, right? NFC, AFC championship. It was really good to see the referees, for the most part,
stay out of the way,
call a good game, and like you said, they stayed out of the way. The refs stayed out of the way. So when you are staying out of the way and letting them play, right?
Yeah.
It's not a good time to jump in on a game deciding play with 2 minutes left on a third down
I hear
to
you.
call a tugging of the jersey that was a temporary tug that really didn't turn his body or anything, or it didn't take him out of the play, right? Didn't take him out of play. It was within 5 yards, and then Mahomes threw an uncatchable ball anyway. The ball flew right out of bounds in the end zone. Like the play was over. They stopped. There was a third down stop, in my opinion, and the referees interfered and said, "No, it's not a third down stop. You tugged this jersey within 5 yards, and which didn't have a impact on the play, but we're calling it anyway."
Well,
That was disgusting.
I hear you. I hear you about the the timing and the placement of that flag.
Not just the timing though, the flow of the game.
Oh yeah, I'm with you because
Right.
it literally the refs, like I said, they pretty much been kind of bagged it off, and they would call obvious stuff. Obviously, they missed some stuff on both sides of the ball, and that's just me being frank, just me being a lover of football. They missed calls on both sides of the field for both teams, and it was hands off for the most part. But I see why they throw the flag, because if you look at the route that Juju ran, which is, by the way, the fact that Juju did that route is surprising because Juju is slow as hell. His hips are not fluid. Um, but he is the same route that Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney did on those touchdowns, where
Yeah.
they went one way and then cut back the other way. And so literally Bradbury was in fear of it, and you see that it kind of made Juju go a little bit wider. So I can see why the ref threw it, because he's like, yo, he's altering his route. So I can see why they throw that flag. But I'm with you. That the ball was not catchable. I mean, y'all see my hat. I'm keeping it real.
And I don't think he turned him on the jersey pull. The jersey pull was his own footing. Like Bradbury was a little bit out of play. He used his waist to get back, just to keep up with him. It wasn't like he grabbed his jersey to slow him down. He didn't slow him down. He didn't
leaned
impede
on
him.
him and kind of slowly grabbed it. And look,
it was a bad call, and it decided the Super Bowl, and it was just bad. In my opinion, we don't have a 2023 Super Bowl champion. In my opinion, we don't know who would have won.
You can't do that.
No, that's just how I am. Like the NFL is gonna they've named the champion. I'm gonna honor that, but as far as like realness and reality, we don't know who would have won. We don't know.
You know why I can relate to that, man? Because that's how I feel about the bubble ring. And people jump on me when I'm in, and they be like, "Yo, you ain't no real Lakers fan." I'm like, "How?" I'm like, "Come on, bro." You cannot tell me without a shadow of a doubt that Bron and AD didn't benefit the most.
Yeah. Did you see?
Off.
Did you see some of those tweets? Did you see some of those tweets that I played at the beginning?
Of course I did. Of course,
from players, from receivers. Did you see Dez Bryant's?
I didn't see that.
Yep.
So
Dez Bryant said, "I'm gonna keep it a G." He said, "I'm gonna keep it a G, and I'm a receiver too." He's like, "I'm a wideout too." He's like, "That wasn't holding," and it was. He said that wasn't holding, and it was under 5 yards.
Yeah,
which is my biggest thing.
He's a receiver and a cowboy. So imagine him saying that about you. Know what I mean? So go ahead, my bad, Chris.
Now you're right.
That was my biggest thing, because like you have 5 yards of allowed contact.
You do,
and even with the kind of route that Juju ran, you still get that 5 yards of grace. And for them to, and then when you look even at the backside view where you see the back of the jerseys, right, and you see what kind of looks like a tug of the jersey, it's only for a split second, and Juju was already upfield at that point, so it didn't stop the movement of the hips. It didn't impede his movement. It didn't slow him down. It didn't turn him off course. And they
he did it for his own balance. He did it for his own balance. He did it so he can get his balance. He didn't do it. He didn't do it to a point where I thought it should have been a foul. But
for as good and as clean as that game was, for 58 and a half minutes, that was an amazing game.
Yeah.
That last minute and a half.
I'm with you.
That last minute and a half, it ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, because
because
we could have had overtime, or we could have had a
Instant classic.
last minute
I know.
touchdown.
I'm with you.
yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
with
because Philly still would have had one timeout because that incomplete pass would have stopped the clock. Chiefs say they hit the field goal is 38-35. You
you. Yeah,
got a
they give
minute
him
and a
time.
half of the timeout. You go down, get a game time field goal. With the new postseason rules in overtime, both teams get a possession, regardless of
Possession.
who
Yeah.
scores a touchdown. We don't know what could have happened. So
Boy,
I agree with Mel, man. This has an asterisk, a huge asterisk next to it for me.
it ain't even no asterisk for me. It don't even count. Like that ain't nobody win that game. Right now, the game is still 35-35 with 2
yeah,
minutes left.
yeah. No, but I mean, look, and I'm with y'all. I feel what y'all saying. I'm not going. You know, I'm not going. Obviously, the fandom in me is not going to be mad at the call. And to be honest, I'll be real with y'all because y'all know I keep it real. If they didn't throw the flag, I'd have been upset. But if you looking at literally the play, like I said, it was under 5 yards. The ball wasn't catchable. I would rock with y'all to the end of the death, literally, because I'm with y'all. But when my man James Bradbury, who got the flag thrown on him, like he was quick to say that he held him. He thought he could get away with it. I
That's
don't
just
know
good
if that's
sportsmanship, man.
Yeah, that's good sportsmanship, and it's the obvious. He tugged his jersey. He's saying he's not going to go out there and be one of those guys. He's got integrity. He's not going to be one of those guys that say I didn't tug his jersey. He's saying I tugged his jersey. However, there's no way I thought it was going to call it. I mean, when you see a receiver
thought he
not
was
even
gonna let it slide.
like, but what receiver I mean, if you can bring up Bradbury admitting that he tugged him, which we all there was no need for him to admit that. We all are saying he tugged his jersey. We're just saying it was a bad call. They shouldn't have called it. But this is my thing. If we're going to take into account that he admitted to tugging his jersey, are we going to also take into account that Juju didn't even ask for a flag? Like he didn't think it was a flag either because he probably didn't even feel the jersey tug. Especially knowing that he got a fight within 5 yards. He probably was doing it the whole game, fighting people off within 5 yards with all that contact and getting beyond 5 yards, and then okay, it's cool. Juju didn't even ask for a flag. Oh man, third down field goal unit.
And look, I can see this what you're saying in Juju's perspective because he had got held earlier in the game and they didn't call it. So in his mind, they're not gonna call it. That's why he probably didn't even react
Exactly. That's because the referees already dictated the flow of the game.
They already dictated
this is how we're calling it.
Ref it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is how we're going to call it.
And then Bradbury, you saw the tweet. He goes, "I thought they let it slide." As in him is just like Juju thinking like they not throwing the flag on that. They ain't been throwing the flag all night.
And that's so, what we saying.
I'm with y'all. But I'm saying at the end of the day, I can see him throwing a flag and the reason not. I mean, obviously we know what it is. WWE.
If anything, that would have been if that was to happen earlier in the game, throw the flag. But when you're in a 2-minute drill and it's a tie game, you got to let it rock.
It's something that minor. Well, Jay Jones said the hold didn't slow Juju down, and the ball was overthrown. Can't call it at all. Somebody from Facebook said, what about the missed pass interference call in the first half? Why aren't you talking about it? Because then we have to talk about every Lamar already said there were calls missed at the beginning on both sides. So we want, like, if we wanted to, we're not trying to critique the refs on every single call. We're just talking about.
Well, if we did, we have a 3-hour show critiquing
exactly
that they got wrong.
That one call that actually dictated the game. The calls in the first half didn't dictate the game. This call actually dictated the game and crowned the winner. And referees in both sports, whether it's football or basketball, try their best not to be the person that dictates a game on the last second play. They just try not to. They swallow their whistle. They took their flags. So especially when it's minor, it has to be egregious and obvious. And whatever the foul was had to really be the reason why this person didn't score or do whatever, right? That wasn't that. That wasn't that at all.
I mean, it's man.
All calls are game changers and changes momentum, but we can't talk about the ones that is not the ones that's 100% deciding the game. Like if I make a bad call in the first quarter, it's not the same thing as making a horrible call with 2 minutes left on a third down where the team was getting the offense off the field or getting their defense off the field.
Real quick, because I'm scrolling Twitter just to see if the referees or NFL come out and say that it was wrong.
Nah, they not. No. They're not gonna come at that. With
Heck,
that
not no Super Bowl either. They ain't about to incriminate themselves.
Hell no.
But I'm looking at a tweet. So the so-called hold took place at the 16-yard line. The flag wasn't thrown until the ball dropped dead in the back of the end zone. It was 5.1 seconds between the so-called hold and the flag.
I'll give you some pushback there because if you see it, the back judge is the one that threw the flag, not the line judge that was at the line of scrimmage.
I wonder why.
Hey, the back judge is the one that threw it, all right? And so
I bet it did.
Hey, no, he literally threw it as the ball was on his way down past Juju, so it was already overthrown, and we've all agreed to that. But I mean,
so the flag was thrown late.
It wasn't like he saw the foul and was like, "Oh, flag." He saw the foul, saw the play was unsuccessful, and was like, "Nah."
No, it was more like when Juju was pretty much heading up the sideline, you already saw that he had already thrown it, and the ball was already overthrown. That's what I'm saying. So that's why when we always say the ball was overthrown, it was clearly overthrown. But I'm saying at the back judge that threw the flag, Juju was already in probably like the first 2 steps of his stride after he got past Bradbury. So he did kind of like throw it as the play had happened, but by the time you see the flag and his arm extended, ball's already about 5-6 yards ahead of Juju and is about to drop it in the end zone. So it's crazy as the objective opinion coming out of me. I'm not going to argue with you guys. Like,
I'm watching the clip, and that flag was hella late. I'm even taking into account where you saying the ref where he was standing through it from, but by the time the flag was in the air, Juju was already at the goal line. The hold happened at the 16-yard line. Yeah. 16 yards.
Hey man,
I don't know. This one's gonna have a lot of chatter behind it.
Hey,
it's already got a lot, man.
All I'm saying is I love Travis Kelce, but guess what he been sounding like in the interviews? He been sounding like a promo wrestler. Promo. But look, we said this on y'all show, on my show. The one thing I did not want coming into Monday, and look, obviously I've seen my Chiefs lose in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't have cared. Like, this shit ain't that deep about my life, but the fact I did not want to come into Monday talking about the refs. And sure as shit.
I mean, we almost got there.
What are going to talk about?
We was a minute and 36 seconds away.
It's part of the script.
So I seen on Twitter somebody said that's why Nick Sirianni was crying in the national anthem because he read the script.
Yeah. He was like, "Damn it, we did all this for nothing."
Hey man, hey. So I had 2 theories going into this game. One, I felt like, man, the NFL usually like to split the baby between the MVP and the Super Bowl winner when it's 2 quarterbacks, that both was up for the MVP.
You almost got it.
and that got shattered. And then my other thing was on the other end of the spectrum, where I believe the NFL don't want to actually have a quarterback that is primarily, no, I ain't gonna say primarily a runner, a running quarterback like Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton. I don't think they really want them to be winners, because then that's actually going to kind of turn the page on the pocket quarterback. And
no. They know that pocket quarterback is done. You know why Brady is finally walking away from the game? Because if shit ain't perfect for him, he can't move, and he gonna get his head blown off.
Yeah,
he's not mobile. If you are not mobile, if you don't at least have 25% mobility in NFL to at least elude a couple of sacks, like Brock Purdy has the perfect amount of mobility. Perfect amount for him to get out of, enough to, even throw the damn ball away and live for another down and not take the sack. But if you ain't got even Brock Purdy type of mobility, you're gonna make it hard on your team to win.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't got no O-line and you got no mobility, you getting sacks, sack fumbles, possibly turn into short fields, touchdowns. You putting yourself behind the 8-ball. NFL knows this.
I'm saying it even further than that, man. I'm thinking it's gonna be actually throwback. Like it's going like the NFL. If the league stop interfering, the NFL could really in about 5 to 10 years look like the old HBCUs from the 60s.
Hell, you know they don't want that.
You literally could have a league full of Jalen Hurts, Cam Newtons, and Lamar Jackson playing quarterback.
You know they don't want that. And I hate to say that, but let's be honest. Look at what Jalen Hurts did today. This man showed he showed the total package.
He did.
Jalen Hurts literally has 4 total TDs, was averaging 4.7 yards a carry. That's the damage in the running game. But 27 to 38 is pretty efficient with 304 yards. A tutty. Yeah, you want more, but that's pretty efficient over a team that came second in sacks, right behind the Eagles.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts literally was the best player on the field tonight. The best.
Yeah, for sure in the first half. I mean, that number 15 looked pretty good in the second half. Or that fourth quarter, easily Mahomes was the best player on the field. Easily. Easily.
But I'm talking about the totality of the game.
That Hail Mary showed his shoulder still ain't 100% because
Oh, I ain't even get to see it. My TV started acting up. So what happened? So they kicked the field goal. It was how much time was left when they got the ball?
They gave him 6 seconds. So it was 8 seconds. It was 8 seconds. They did a squib kick, and I think Gainwell ran with it for a little bit, and then he went down with 6 seconds. And so Kansas City took all their linemen out and put nothing but cornerback, safeties, and linebackers in, and they played man deep 3 prevent, and then Jalen Hurts just tried to let one fly, and he came up extra short.
Yeah, but it kind of looked like he got hit at the same time. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, LaCourley. If you look at that play, it kind of looked like because if I'm correct, Nick Bolton, the middle linebacker, did like a delay, like a real late delayed blitz because Hurts
there was pressure, but he stepped up, and so his lineman kind of just like still kind of cocooned him. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe he was just tired from throwing 38 times.
Andy Reid play calling game changer. And sometimes it could backfire on his dumb ass. That whole ringing around the rosies. But come on, man, stop. Yeah, we doing it now.
He tried to give credit to Eric Bieniemy after the game. So who was calling them plays? Was it Eric Bieniemy? Bro, they on Facebook acting the fool. Boy, they got daggone referees and the whole the it's not black and white zebra, is red and white. Boy, it's just so funny.
I mean, the memes are gonna come. I mean, hey,
it was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad.
Shout out to Philadelphia for having the most obvious yet most unstoppable quarterback sneak play ever.
Bruh. No, but the Chiefs looked like they was actually one of the first teams to start catching on. But the only problem is, like, did you saw when Chris Jones leaped over and
went over the top?
The only problem is Chris Jones is literally on top of Jason Kelsey and Dickerson, and so they just keep moving. So he looked like he crowd surfing, so he couldn't stop nothing. So it's like,
yeah,
that shit was crazy.
Jay said that was a wobbly duck he threw, man. Did it get picked off? I ain't see that part. Did it get picked off?
It fell short of the defense. It so he was.
Lord. Bro, that shit
they was like at the 30 or 35 yard line, and then he stepped up and threw it, and it barely made it past the midfield logo. Like to the other side of the midfield logo, on the other side of the 50, it barely made it past that. It dropped down literally like right there.
Sheesh.
And all the Chiefs just started celebrating.
Can we talk about two things of the obvious that really is irking me about the NFL.
What's up, Lamar?
Number one, when you have a Super Bowl is the last game of the year, very important, championships on the line. Why in the hell is your surface so terrible?
It'd be like that almost every Super Bowl, don't it?
Listen,
They want so much art on the field. It'd be like that every Super Bowl.
If there was never a come to Jesus moment about switching back to grass, it was tonight. Tonight was bad. The kicker almost twisted his ankle to annihilation on a kickoff because of the turf.
But that's the same thing that happened to Butker when we went to week 1. That's the exact same thing that happened to him on that same field. He went for a kick and literally ankle just folded, just like that.
Amazing. It's amazing nobody lost their ACL tonight.
Bruh.
You know, hey, I don't know how many of the Chiefs players had to, but
Philly had a gang of cleats on the damn box.
Every Philly player changed their cleats to the longer.
Yeah, they gotta fix that.
It was so bad.
They gotta fix that. Let me ask y'all this, man, because I keep seeing people talk about this Tubi commercial. I missed it. What was the Tubi commercial about?
It was some cryptic shit.
Yeah. Really?
So I seen a Tubi commercial earlier.
I didn't know.
I seen a Tubi commercial earlier. It was like from the view of a Ring camera, and it was this older lady going to her door, and then this dude in a bunny suit just popped off from behind the bush and just started creeping up on her, and then it just said Tubi. And so tonight they had more of the same. It was still like the people in the bunny suits just creeping up on people, and then it said Tubi. So it was just like, are y'all advertising the movie? But y'all know Tubi is known for like them terrible movies.
Low budget.
Yeah.
Like
I'm talking about low budget.
Like I seen one clip, but it's
not even in the dollar bucket.
I'm trying to get the podcast on Tubi.
I seen this clip of this dude in one of the movies on Tubi. He shot at this chick and she matrix dodged the bullets and started chasing after him in the house. Like, bro, like Tubi is terrible, bro.
Yo.
I don't know where they got the money for these advertisements.
He do a bounce pass. Oh man, golly.
Man, that's a lot of money wasted. $800K, 2 years. A lot of time and money wasted.
I heard that they supposed to be switching everything back to grass. How true is that? Do y'all know?
I don't know, man. They need to hurry up, man, because these guys changing cleats in the middle of the game and slipping like they. I mean, that's unreal, man.
Well, I mean, it's a grass surface, but y'all see how Arizona they send it outside and they paint on it outside and they send it back in the stadium, and it's weird, but it was like some new, like new breed of grass. It was like some hybrid of some different types of grass that they didn't, got into the botany class and then produced and shit. So it's like I don't know. Look. Bottom line is, like you said, man. I mean, they didn't try to turn the damn thing into like it's a Picasso little painting. Yeah. Field. So it's like either ease up on the painting and put all the logos on like somewhere else so that these players ain't busting their ass. Like
I mean, Odell Beckham tore his ACL at the
but that was turf though last year. That was turf.
Yeah, but my whole point is you gotta be my whole point is you gotta be thinking about the players
safety
and the actual game when you coming up with all this stuff instead of thinking about all this advertisement and all this art we can put on the field and all this stuff. Like actually think about the players for a change.
Man, did you think about the players?
No, what I say wrong, man?
He said
about the players.
Huh?
You said think about the players.
Why are you laughing?
Cause man, you think? Come on, did you not see what the NFL did? All they did was make sure that to entertain us, but also make sure that you create those stories so that people tune into the NFL. That's why they're the media mogul that they are of all sports entertainment. Yeah. I mean, did you see what they did to that man DeMar Hamlin? They just used that man to tug at strings. Use him on the NFL honors. Had him at the Super Bowl today.
Yeah.
This man literally
Donna
was fighting.
Kelsey.
Man, come on, man. Sitting the mama.
By the way, he looked really good today, sitting at the game. But this is why people didn't think he was at the Buffalo game. Why was he masked up like freaking Sonya from Mortal Kombat?
Bro, it's Buffalo. You know how cold it was, dog?
Man, that dude was in the daggone skybox, man. With a mask on, covering his face up. To some. Come on, man. That wasn't no daggone DeMar. I don't know where he was at.
I don't know, man. That body double shit was kind of crazy. Like, that's some wild shit to say. Like, the man died, and they
nobody. I wasn't saying he died.
No.
I'm just saying he wasn't at the game, and they was trying to. It seemed like they was trying to motivate Buffalo by actually having him at the game, but it wasn't him because I don't think he was ready yet. I really don't think he was ready yet. They said they released him like the day before.
People were saying that he had died, like at the hospital or somewhere, and that the NFL was just using the body double to, like you said, to kind of motivate Buffalo and to keep playing the heartfelt song or whatever. But a lot of people were saying that he had died, which I thought was crazy. Like, the NFL is ruthless, but like to cover a death, to sell tickets.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would have. I don't think they would have done that.
Lamar,
but they will. But they will do that though. They will do that for sure.
Hey, you gotta send me that, Bill. You gotta send me that, because I'm posting that, and I'm tagging Lamar.
Hey, yo. You gonna tag me? Oh, hey, yo.
Yo, man, it's crazy, man.
We should have never gave motherfuckers the internet, man. People are too quick.
Nah, but I did see that because they dropped that in the Cincinnati joint on us too. So it's like, look, man,
it was a great game ruined by a bad call. Just let them boys play, man.
Yeah,
the last 2 minutes, a tie game, bro. Let them play. Who knows how that Super Bowl would have ended? We could have still been watching Super Bowl right now.
Yeah. What y'all think about Riri's halftime performance, man? With her little baby
pregnant. I'm mad she's pregnant again.
ASAP ain't playing no games either.
You know they engaged, right?
Nah, I didn't know that. I mean, I'm
engaged.
I assumed that was gonna get to that, but I ain't know the news.
But she just had the baby a couple months ago. Like, damn.
Oh man, now this is a body double right here. This is not Brittany Griner.
Boy, chill out. Yo, he said you better pull up the picture.
You want to see it?
I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
I thought you was about to pull it up.
I ain't seen it. Let me see.
Man, bro, it ain't Brittany Griner. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Hey, did you see the point, dog?
Nah, I gotta see.
Hey, Mel, you see the point? See that?
This is not Brittany Griner, man. They done took hold of China and gave us a clone back. Brittany Griner. That's not Brittany Griner, man. Yo, that's not Brittany Griner.
That's Brittany Grimy.
No, bro, I don't know who that is, man. Bro, I have no clue who that is.
Well, they did say that they did say that she had to cut her locks, or she decided to cut her locks while she was over there.
That's what she looked like with her locks gone. She looked like a girl.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
have you ever heard her voice?
Yeah,
it's deep.
The first time I heard her voice, I was like, "Oh, she's on hormones."
you do know who she looked like right there, right?
Who?
And she used to be in the Navy. Miss B Nasty.
No, don't do that to Miss B Nasty.
No, they look just alike, bro.
No, I'm not standing for that Miss B Nasty disrespect.
No, they look just alike, bro.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I'm not taking that disrespect, man.
Shorty look like she about to come up with the formula for the cure for AIDS.
Hey man, them raps, they did their thing tonight, boy. They did their thing.
Oh, we got football coming back in 8 weeks though.
For what? The SFL?
The second thing.
USFL and XFL is both coming back.
So the second thing I wanted to discuss was irritate me about the NFL. Can we finally figure out what the hell a catch is? God,
Man, that's
hey,
what I'm
What's
talking
hold
about,
on?
bro.
So what's your question about a catch? Because if you're talking about the Dallas Goddard catch, that was a catch.
nah, that man
Yes,
did
it
not
was, and
have control.
I can explain it to you exactly why. So check it out, Lamar. Ooh, I love it. I love it when I can talk about shit, right? So check it out, right? So
Yeah,
when they
because your
slowed it
line's
down,
gonna really give you a lot to talk about.
the Lions gonna have a lot to talk about next year. Division champs, baby, mark it. But listen, so when Dallas Goddard first got it, the ball first hit his hands, right? He bobbled it, and his right foot came down, correct?
Yeah.
But he regained control before his right foot came up, and when the left foot came down, and that's what made it a catch. He gained full control while that right foot was still down, and the left foot came down. It was a split second, but when you slowed it down, it was enough to see the toe was still on the ground for the right foot when the left foot came down, and he had full control of the ball.
Yeah, they got that call. They got that call right.
Yeah, that was a catch.
So you saying
that was a
that's
catch.
you saying that split second? All right. So then, what was the difference when Miles Sanders literally caught the ball and was moving forward? Is that
Because you
not?
have to? Nope.
Nah,
Because you have to make
that
2
wasn't no
steps in the
football
football
move.
move.
Yeah,
You have to
that
make
was
2 steps in the football move.
His
Yeah.
intention
He
is
couldn't
to go forward. He's moving exactly forward and then got
Nope.
hit.
But he didn't get a chance to fully make that turn. Before he could even make the turn, he was already getting hit. That was not a catch. That was not a catch.
Yeah, Jay said Devontae's was a catch too. Look, I would have ruled Devontae as a catch, so I don't know the rule on that.
So, and Devontae Smith's catch was not a catch because he did not survive the ground. So even falling out of bounds, you have to survive the ground. When they showed the ball,
when the ball hit the ground,
the ball hit the ground.
Okay.
The ball hit the ground and it moved out of his arm.
So so he had his left arm on the ball, and then when he was coming down with the right arm, that right arm came off when the ball hit the ground, and he came up. The right arm came off, but he still had it within his left arm against his chest.
But you can see the ball sliding in the white as well.
Yo, you gonna keep sliding that shit in there.
So although that would have been an amazing catch, that was not a catch, Devontae Smith. But Dallas Goddard was a catch.
I'm good with that. Got it was a catch. Devontae didn't survive the ground. Miles Sanders was not a catch and was not a fumble. I'm cool with that. But other than that, man, it was a clean game to the end.
They called a couple of, and I seen a lot of people talk about the delay of games that were missed on Philly, but a lot of people don't know the rule of the refs. There's a ref that is solely supposed to look at the play clock.
Yeah.
When the play clock hits 0, the quarterback has until the ref turns his head from the play clock
to look at the
play
ball. Yep.
to snap the ball.
Yeah.
And so although it looks like it hits zeros for us, the ref didn't get his head back in time, and that's why they're able to still get the playoff.
It's almost like a half second to a second grace period.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of those that hit 0 were actually clean and good calls. The ones that obviously didn't make it were called. And then they caught the Chiefs. I don't know what y'all was doing in the neutral zone twice, but y'all was just in there chilling.
I mean, there was definitely some self-inflicted wounds on the Chiefs in the first half. Obviously, you see the adjustments that they made. Patrick, I mean, look at his stats. They weren't mind-blowing, but he was efficient, made the right throws when he needed to, ran the ball well, even after re-aggravating that ankle injury, which was crazy how that happened. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, come on, bro.
You know what crossed my mind as soon now he did get that ankle twisted. I saw it on the play.
Real nice too.
And he limped off. But he always put a little extra on that because he's a smart guy. Look, this dude's smart, man. Let me tell you what I think he was thinking. He felt like the game was slipping, and they such like his linemen and his team, they love him so much that when they see him getting banged up like that, that actually motivated them a little bit to get a little bit, a little bit stronger and grittier and how they was like, we got to protect 15. Like that's how people think about their quarterback. So when he limped off like, oh man, I'm hurt, he did two things. He emotionally charged them up, and number two, to come back out there and play like that, it also gave them another boost, because they're like, man, if our quarterback is playing through this, we got to dig deep.
Part of the script, baby.
Yeah, I mean, he's a smart dude. Eric, what's up, man? You getting back up, Lamar? You got another KC fan in here. What's up, Eric?
What's happening?
What up, dog?
What's happening?
What's up? Yeah.
What's happening?
What up, dog?
Oh,
Hey, man, hey, shit, can I get a goddamn congratulations out this motherfucker?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hey man,
Shit. Oh god damn! Oh, the hate is real coming from over there.
I'm still waiting for a winner to be named, man, because I know good and well the NFL didn't want to give us that for an ending.
Say what?
I know they didn't want to give us that for no ending. That can't be how they wanted it to end.
Bruh, man, that's world class coaching. What you want them to do?
Oh yeah, coaching was dope. The coaching was dope.
We got the ball. We had the ball. We made first down. We ran the clock out. That's how you play the game.
No,
they did that good into that third down stop.
Oh my God, man! Look, hey, man, listen. I feel the tears and everything coming from on that side of the screen, man. Golly. Look, man. Listen. I got a whole bunch of Kleenex shit over here, man. I need to ship it out to y'all. Let me know, man.
Look, all Kansas City fans done forgot how to really appreciate and watch football after that call. They put their Stevie Wonders on.
What call are you talking about? What call you talking about? You talking about the clear hole?
Exactly.
You talking about the clear hole?
Inside of 5 yards where contact is allowed?
Dog.
Inside of 5 yards where contact is allowed?
I know you listen. I know you want to dictate the circumstances. But in the rule book, that's world class holding right there.
Listen, if this was,
I don't know what you want me to do.
If this was still the Pro Bowl and he was grabbing at a flag, then you'd have an argument. But this is the Super Bowl. They was back in real NFL rules, and that wasn't no hold.
Hey, the player himself admitted that he held. I don't know what else you want me to do.
That's sportsmanship.
If we was in a court of law, he'd be in jail right now. That's all I'm saying. Did you do it? Yeah, I did it. Okay, now, bro, what happened was...
Hell on himself.
97,000.
Did you commit the murder? Yes, I committed the murder. No. Hey, man.
Here's my thing, man. If that hold doesn't get called, y'all don't know that a so-called hold happened. Y'all'd be quiet. Y'all wouldn't be complaining for a flag, because y'all wouldn't have been like, nah, that wasn't no hold. That we don't need no flag for that.
Hey,
because y'all got a flag.
I think I'm talking to a Trump supporter. I don't know if I can really comment back. It's the Trump supporter I'm talking to on the phone right now.
Oh, definitely not.
You're delusional, bro. Bruh.
No, I'm not.
That's delusion right there, man.
I watch football.
Did you watch the game? If you was a ref, you wouldn't have threw the flag.
No.
What, bruh? This clip, look, check. He held him twice.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
I'm watching it right now.
Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask you a couple of questions.
I'm watching. I'm listening.
Hold on. I got time. I want you to answer these. I want you to answer these questions in yes or no format. You got me?
Okay, go ahead. How are you gonna tell me how to answer the question? You asked me the question.
All right, so check it out.
You gonna tell me how to answer the question? You gonna ask me the question?
First question. Was it or was it not inside of 5 yards?
Hey, listen. Can we rewind the tape? Or y'all watching the tape? Can we watch the tape?
Did it or did it not so-called happen inside of 5 yards?
Hold on. I'm not looking at how many 5 yards it is. Hold on. Watch this. I rewinded it for you. 1, 2, okay. Inside, okay, let's say he inside of 5. Now he outside of 5 yards. He held him in the front. Now he held his hip.
Hold on.
He held him in the front and he held his hip.
Hold on.
He held him in the front and he held his hip.
Hold on. When the so-called hold happened, was it or was it not inside of 5 yards?
Hey, listen, he held him
It's
twice.
a yes or
though.
no question. It's a yes or no question. You
How
said
you
you
gonna tell me
understood
how
me.
to answer the question? You asked me the question.
You said you understood, but I thought we had a rapport. I thought we had an understanding.
I'm understanding that he was past the 5 yards when he hit him the second time.
No, he was not. No, he was not.
He was.
So it was,
No, he
so it was
wasn't.
two holes. It was two holes. It was two holes.
Hey,
Eric.
Tecmo Bowl did not count as watching football. Listen,
Listen,
man, he held him on the hip.
contact.
You can't. You cannot mess with the receiver's ability to run the route.
Okay. So then that leads me to my next question. Did it or
So
did it not?
he grabbed his hip. Can you admit that he grabbed his hip or he didn't grab his hip?
Hold on. Did he or did he
He
not
impeded the route.
No, he did not.
Listen,
No, he
look,
did not.
look.
No, he.
But look,
Boy.
he held the hip.
Boy. No, he didn't.
He was breaking. That's a touchdown.
No.
I don't even know why we said that was a touchdown anyway.
How was it a touchdown when Patrick Mahomes threw it to the first row of the stands?
He threw it to the first row of the stands. Did the ball drop inside the end zone?
No, the ball hit the fat white line outside the end zone. It was an uncatchable ball.
But listen, who knows what had happened? He had to let him go.
It wouldn't have got caught.
Hold on. So if Juju didn't get so-called hold, he was gonna magically jump 50 yards in the air to grab that before it went out of bounds.
If was the fifth, if If Ands was pot the pans, if Ands was pot the pan, the whole world would be a kitchen. Listen, what I'm saying.
You Kansas City fans are something else, man. You Kansas City fans are something else, man.
I'm watching it right now. Held him on the inside. Held him on the outside. Now they passed 5 yards. What are you gonna do now? They passed 5 yards. They damn near in the end zone when he held him the second time.
Kansas City fans, man, y'all.
Hey, man, listen, man.
Hey, you know what? I will say this, man.
The rules of the. I didn't write the rules.
Eric.
The rules say you can't hold the receiver after 5 yards.
Eric.
Huh?
My man on YouTube, Land of Heartless, man, said, shout out to the rest. Thanks for that 2,500. I guess he won 2,500 off this one.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, man. Hey, obviously he bet on us. I don't want to hear nothing else about any other quarterback for the next 3 or 4 seasons now.
Look, I can't get that man
I don't want to
credit.
hear nothing else about no other quarterback. I don't want to hear about no Joe Burrow. I don't want to hear about goddamn Allen. I don't want to hear shit.
You don't want to hear about Jalen Hurts?
I don't want to hear about Jalen Hurts. You think, hey, Jalen Hurts, goddamn, that motherfucker was like, oh, shit.
Jalen Hurts outplayed.
Dropped the ball.
Jalen Hurts outplayed Pat Mahomes in this game.
Yeah.
Bro, did you see him drop the ball?
I saw him drop the ball. That was, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on with that.
Did they need that 7 points?
They definitely needed that 7 points.
Not
to mention, Eric.
That's all the goddamn need to be said.
Ain't to mention, Eric.
Hold on. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how many balls did Patrick Mahomes drop?
God damn it,
the silence says everything. Don't worry about it.
That 1/3 down where he tried to shovel pass it first down and it went right through Eagles' hands. That was pretty bad right there.
Jody Force in the tight end has slipped and fell on that play. Jody Force in that play. They both did. So that honestly, I think Pat should have just ate the sack on that one instead of.
Yeah, he should have. I'm biased to the game. This is Brendan Thompson on YouTube. I'm biased to the game, but the rest pick and choose when to blow that whistle. They do, according to the script. I mean, we gotta be honest about that. That.
When y'all get done with all that philosophical, ideological bullshit.
Listen.
When y'all get done with all that hypothetical shit, conspiracy theory shit.
After we do all that, the 2022 champion still the Chiefs.
All you got to do is look at who the champs is.
Man,
that motherfucker like if the refs didn't throw a flag. Listen, bro, just look at the score. We outscored them in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all did.
These Chiefs fans about to be fucking unbearable for the next 365 days. I'm about to block Lamar. I'm not about to tolerate.
You might as well go ahead and block somebody, man, because shit.
I'm not tolerating this for another year.
Hey, you know what, man? It's hard work being this goddamn good, man.
So what y'all? Hey, what's the next step, man? How y'all keep this thing going?
Shit, man, we just keep going, man. Hey, we got the world-class quarterback. Shit, I think they're gonna keep the offensive line. I think they need a better couple more guys on the up front on the defense. That's just me.
So I mean, but these guys that help y'all win, Juju
Oh man, we win a year in.
Smith-Schuster.
Hey, listen, we win a year in, year out.
That's tough, man.
You remember that trade we did last year? We still got some of them second round picks.
Yeah. I wonder what Tyreek Hill thinking right now.
Well, man, I'm pretty sure he probably called everybody, tell him congratulations. He feel like I fucked up. But hey, you know what? He like, I fucked up. I could have had another Super Bowl. Shit.
He ain't fucked up. His bank account look real nice. He ain't fucked up.
No, he ain't. You right. He ain't fucked up. And you know what? I'm not mad at Tyreek Hill for taking that money. Because who can say no to $40 million?
Hey, that's a hard
sell.
sell.
Get your bread. You go get your bread. He ain't lose.
That's a hard sell.
He won.
And he already got a ring anyway, so if you don't get another one,
a Super ain't worth $40 million.
No, it's not. It's not. Look, only person who's gonna get enhanced by this Super Bowl is Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, and Travis Kelce. Everybody else, y'all just help their legacy.
I wish they enhanced Eric Bieniemy because that motherfucker can't buy a goddamn head coaching job.
No, it didn't enhance him at all. And that's why Andy Reid had to say Eric Bieniemy called a good game, because everybody giving Andy Reid credit for this offense, not Eric Bieniemy. They just think he's just there, as a figurehead. He's a figurehead.
I ain't gonna lie. I honestly think the same thing.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna get no overshine on no Andy Reid, bro.
Well. Hey, just to be real about it, because I watch the Kelce Brothers podcast, and Travis himself admitted that Andy's calling the plays. So,
sheesh.
So if my Hall of Fame tight end is telling me that on his own podcast that Andy's calling the plays.
Wow.
So my thing is I already know who calling the plays. It's no surprise Eric Bieniemy is not getting these jobs because he's not calling the plays.
I think everybody, I think that's like a secret amongst the public, but I think within the NFL circles, I think they know that.
Kingsbury can get a goddamn head coaching job.
Yeah.
Goddamn Eric Bieniemy see the coaching job.
Stop. You know why? Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury. Tell me his NFL resume.
It ain't about his resume.
I'm about to sum up his resume right here, Lamar. Right complexion for the protection for the collection.
Thank you. You took the
Well, if you putting it on that, then you goddamn right.
Come on, E, you should know this by now, man. Come on, dog. Hey.
But I can understand other teams' hesitation. Like, man, Andy Reid calling that motherfucker play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but can he at least get a little bit of credit of being under Andy Reid's wing for a while, and he might have something to him too. I mean, because that's all Shanahan is. He came up under his dad.
Honestly,
and somebody gave him a chance.
If it was anybody else, I'm pretty sure he would have got one already.
Yeah.
Well, duh. Matt Nagy got a job before he did under Andy Reid.
Yeah. Anybody would have got a job before he did. I'll admit that.
Matt Nagy had to come back.
So say white privilege is the resume. Golly.
Hey, but you can't say that ain't it.
Right. What did Cliff Kingsbury do before the NFL? Wasn't he a college coach?
He was a college coach. Yeah, he had a crazy good offense in college though.
No, well, he pretty much got the job because he recruited Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Patrick Mahomes. That's why he got the job. Oh, look at all these guys in the NFL that you recruited. You're a great evaluator of talent. What motherfucker can't call a play.
But his offense with Pat Mahomes was crazy good though.
It was.
It was crazy good.
I'm gonna give y'all a hot take. I don't think Cliff Kingsbury was the problem in Arizona.
You think it's Kyler Murray?
It was solely Kyler Murray.
Hey,
damn! You think they got a Dak Prescott problem?
Hey, they already paid him. Hey,
crazy.
Hey, on some real. Hey, D-Hop went out of there, bro.
Already.
And why do you think that is?
Come on. Hey, it literally, I'm telling you, if you see the in training or in season Hard Knocks, Kyler Murray is getting upset with D-Hop, and D-Hop trying to like, yo, man, like put the ball in the right spot. And Kyler's getting upset, and D-Hop like, yo, bro, look, D-Hop has literally made a career out of playing with garbage at quarterback, and you supposed to be talented. So come on, bro. Like D-Hop can catch any football from any quarterback. And if he's telling you to put it on a damn spot, you put the damn football on the damn spot.
Yeah, but it seemed like he didn't have no issue doing that before D-Hop got hurt. It's just this season was just out of whack. It actually, pretty much ever since they came out publicly and said that this dude don't read or don't study film, it seemed like he went into a Ben Simmons type funk. Like when you come out in public,
he don't. I can see that he don't study film though.
Yeah, but we don't know if he do or don't. And I don't even know why they even came out and said that.
I believe
no, I don't
it's
think
true.
he studied film.
I believe it's true that he don't study film because that was one of the stipulations that was in his new contract. They took that out of his contract because, of course, it just sounded terrible. But that was one of the stipulations in his extension was that he had to dedicate, 5 hours a week?
But that don't make it true. I mean, Kyrie Irving just had some bull crap in his contract, but they don't make it true.
Yeah, but come on.
Why else would they
you done got it. We talk about football. He done swung to Kyrie Irving.
So look, this my thing. This is my issue with Kyler Murray. He's slight of frame, and he don't last the full season, right? But he's throwing cannons and strikes first 8 weeks. In the last 8 weeks, it seemed like he losing his mustard, right? So if you look at the Arizona record early on toward late in the season, it's almost the same every year.
Yeah,
they start out good and then they fizz out.
Nah, bro, they start off good with mediocre teams. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Corey.
Go ahead about Kyler Murray. Check this out.
Yeah.
What else? C3?
What's happening, y'all? The reason that is the case with Kyler Murray is because of it's kind of exactly what you said, man. You kind of answered your own question. He's slight of frame, right?
Right.
But they run the hell out of it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you're gonna be beat up towards the end of the season, and a lot of those plays, he's lowering his shoulder down on people trying to get extra yards, right? Yeah. So his arms are, his shoulders hurting. He can't put a bunch of velocity on the ball because he's hurt. He can't. Like but that's the only way for a quarterback that's 5'9" to succeed in the NFL is you have to move him around. You don't have a choice.
Got to move the pocket.
You have to give him throwing lanes. He can't see over the line of scrimmage. That's just something that he wasn't blessed with the ability to do. So you have to move him around. Plus, dude runs like a 4.40. So yeah, they're gonna run it. But
Brandon Thompson said that O-line is not talented enough.
It's not trash. Well, think about this. If you have what is considered to be a good offensive line with a quarterback that runs a lot, a good running offensive line, you can't set a pocket because there is no pocket.
Yeah, as far as pass protection, but when you got to run a quarterback, it needs to be complemented by a conventional run game. Like Jalen Hurts, they gave him 3 running backs to deal with. They got Gainwell, they got Scott, and they got Sanders. So they got 4 people running that football.
That came back tonight and bit them in the ass.
You think?
Not really, not at all.
Yeah, I think so. I think it did
and they have the best line.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Hey, go on and tell them how I bit him in the ass, though.
It came down to where they needed Jalen Hurts to drop back and throw the ball, and that's not his game.
Oh, he ain't got no problem dropping back and throwing the ball, man.
I don't know about that because it's 300 yards because they're moving the pocket and letting him run around. As soon as it came time to where in the second half, notice they didn't do all that. In the first half, he was on fire.
They did what their game plan was, Corey.
Exactly, and that is their game plan. Their game plan. As soon as you put them in a position where you have to drop back and throw the ball, where he's got to take a 7-step drop back and throw the ball, he's not very good at it.
Corey, all those big shots to Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
That's Dallas Goedert making. That's Dallas Goedert, right? To throw to AJ Brown was in double coverage. That should have been picked.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
that was
What?
Bro,
What?
no.
You know how many? No, you know how many quarterbacks? No. We're not about to do this.
Now, come on,
We're not about to do this. You know how many quarterbacks? You know how many quarterbacks trust
Corey's
a big
100 on
receiver?
that, bro. That was a 50-50 ball, bro.
No,
That was a
That's a
50-50
50-50 ball
no,
to AJ.
no.
Hey, because they did it. They did it 2 more times, and they
It almost
defended
got
it, didn't
picked. It almost got picked.
That was not
Yeah.
no. That was the touchdown that he threw to AJ Brown.
That was a 50-50 ball, man.
No, it wasn't. Let me explain.
That is in double
Hold on,
coverage,
let me
and
explain
AJ
this.
Brown made a play on the ball.
Let me explain this.
AJ made a hell of a play on that.
He made a heck of a play, but let me explain
Yes,
this.
he did.
Let me explain this. He threw the ball only where AJ could get it, but when he threw the ball, AJ was sandwiched by 2 defenders. But when he actually got the ball, there was no defender over there.
When he threw the ball,
well, hold on, Corey.
Instead of playing the ball, Mill, instead of playing the ball,
listen, when he threw the football, two defenders sandwich bomb, and AJ Brown had to look up and clock the ball. When he seen where the ball was at, he had to make an extra effort to go out and get it. That the defender couldn't actually get out there with him. By the time he caught that ball, he was in the end zone by himself. Who touched him when he caught the ball? Nobody. Why?
Free and clear.
Okay, he threw him open. It just when he was tracking the football, he was sandwiched.
Yeah, he threw
It
him
was
open.
it was a heck of a throw. It was a heck of a throw.
That was not a heck of a throw.
That was a heck of an
effort to get the ball. No, it wasn't.
My point is, where was that throw made from? The pocket. So to say that and all those big plays came from the pocket. So to say that that's not his game.
Those big plays came from him moving around and throwing the ball on the sideline to Dallas Goedert, Chris.
Yeah, Brandon, you're right. Eagles line is elite. And Jay Jones that's true. He did throw him out of the coverage. He did. It was a beautiful throw.
Corey just made it wasn't
he did not throw the ball out of the coverage. He threw the ball up in the air, and the safety came down. He tried to shield AJ Brown. You can't shield 6'3", 230. That's not happening.
If you're a quarterback and you know you got 6'3", 230, then you can throw those passes. I mean, that's not. You can't say that's a bad pass and it was supposed to get picked off.
I agree with you 100%, but that is not a good pass.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Hey, no worries. I got you because I happen to follow the great primetime Deion Sanders, and he says himself, "Oh damn, all these defensive coaches are in a tiff right now." Pretty much I'm paraphrasing what he's saying in his tweet, that was bad coverage by the Trent McDuffie, the cornerback. He literally was in position and then got himself out of position because he didn't adjust to that. That was a 50-50 ball. That was
He didn't play the ball. He tried to play AJ Brown, and you can't play AJ Brown. He's too strong.
So
you saying don't throw the pass? This dude is crazy, man.
Hold on.
Hold on, Corey. Because y'all moving the goalposts. Because Corey said
you're trying to. He's trying to move it, but I'm not gonna let him.
Y'all are, because literally Jalen Hurts did that 2 more times in the game, and it almost got picked. Where he literally
because the pass wasn't good. Because the pass, but listen, the pass wasn't good the other 2 times he did it.
There was actually one that he threw that almost got picked. That was an excellent pass.
And guess why it didn't get picked? Eric, didn't you tell me? Eric, didn't you tell me if it was a fist or if it was pots and pans, this world would be a kitchen? Didn't you just tell me that? This dude talking about this pass should have got intercepted. And okay, so when
you know what though, man? You know what? I'm gonna try to tell y'all why we won the game.
All right, what's up?
We just had the better quarterback.
Y'all did not have the better quarterback.
We just had the better quarterback, man.
Y'all did not have the better quarterback tonight.
5 minutes left on the clock. 5 minutes left on the clock. The game was over with.
Y'all did not have the better quarterback. Y'all had the better refs, but y'all did not have the better quarterback.
Okay. Explain that, Chris. Explain why.
Corey, that last flag was terrible.
I don't know if you're in that text group that we have, but I told you why. He had got away. James Bradbury had got away with that early in the game against Juju. He had got away with almost the exact same play.
Yeah.
Juju made a big deal about it on the third down, and then the coaches made a big deal about it on the sideline. So now they're looking for that. And if you do anything close to it, they're going to throw the flag.
Let's back up. Here's the play right here, Corey. Right? And you saying throwing it up is a bad pass.
Throwing it up, yes, in double coverage, yes, that's terrible.
You see that?
That's not a good idea.
It's not a good idea, even what he threw it. Because let's see what he threw it at.
No,
right. Well, hold on. Look. You saying it's double coverage, right? Right. It is double coverage. It's double coverage. Now,
yes.
Look what he threw it. He threw him just like I said, and just like Jay Jones said, he threw him out of the double coverage. Look at what the second guy
didn't throw him out of the coverage. If you look at the corner goes in front of him and stops.
Look at the guy that's supposed to be the other guy that's covering him. Can he make a play on the ball, Corey?
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about number 24, wasn't it?
Nah, 21. That's Trent McDuffie right in front of AJ.
21.
Oh, you said double coverage. Double is 2, right? Lamar, is double 2?
No,
correct me if I'm wrong. Double is 2. Double is 2, right?
Juan Thornhill is right behind AJ.
That is
hold on.
Right behind him.
Double is 2, right, Lamar?
Double is 2, yes.
Okay, so it's one in front of him and one behind him. The guy behind him, Corey, can he make a play on the ball?
He should have been able to.
No. Can he make a play on the ball? Especially what he threw. Look what he threw it at.
Where did he throw it? On the outside shoulder?
He threw it to the outside. He threw him away from the coverage.
Why did AJ Brown have to turn around for the ball if that ball is so greatly placed?
Because he ran a route, and when he looked up and see where the ball was going, he had to track it and make an adjustment to it. He was making an adjustment.
That means that the receiver made the correct adjustment.
Reverse it. Go back.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. What you see here in this play is a quarterback recognizing coverage, realizing he has a receiver to go get a pass, and throws him out of coverage. That's an elite.
Oh hell yeah, it's AJ Brown. He can definitely go get the ball.
Okay,
that is not IQ. That's AJ Brown.
No, that's IQ for Jalen Hurts, knowing to throw the ball to only where AJ Brown can.
Bro, AJ Brown has saved him all season. That ain't IQ.
That is IQ.
How is it not IQ?
If I have a 6'3", 230-pound receiver, I'm going to throw tosses up to him all game.
Lamar.
But I'm not going to lob the ball up in double coverage.
Well,
I'm not doing that. So he's not going to come down with it all the time.
That Josh Grizzly had the better quarterback. That's all.
Kansas City?
Kansas City had the better quarterback. That's all I want to say.
Philly had the better quarterback.
Oh my God! No.
Philly's quarterback played good.
I don't think this guy's being realistic right here. I don't think
I'm being very realistic. And if I'm being completely honest, Jalen Hurts is missing the regular season MVP trophy too.
Nah, now you wilding. Now you really are. I know it's legal over there in California.
Mental health evaluation all the way to the clinic.
You was doing so good until you said that. Don't do that.
Yeah. You're okay. Yeah.
He done went from an evaluation all the way to the clinic now. He done just
hey, man.
What was wrong? Hold on. This what Jay Jones just said. What was wrong with the pass he threw to Pascal that he dropped?
Pascal dropped it.
Oh, nothing. That was a very well thrown ball.
It's the same. It's the same ball he threw to AJ Brown.
No, it's not.
Same ball.
No, it's not.
It's the same as that ball.
No, it's not. Because he hit him in stride. AJ Brown had to run, had to stop, and then make a move at the end to catch the ball. He hit him in stride with that pass.
All I ask is go back to the play. When you see AJ Brown do the swing move past McDuffie, that is AJ Brown adjusting that throw.
Lamar,
that is 100% AJ Brown.
Listen, and when we had these conversations, I like it when your point can be so strong that you can actually wait for me to make mine before you make yours. Lamar does that. Eric does that. LaCour does that. Corey does not do that. Right. You know, you do. You do. I said you wait your turn to talk. Everyone does it except Corey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try to make a point and watch how Corey interrupts me, right? So the reason why AJ Brown had to make adjustment on that ball is because he was in double coverage. So if you are a quarterback and I'm trying to throw you away from the coverage, and I don't care if it's double coverage. I know my receiver, and I know if I put the ball somewhere where only he can get it, he will make a play on it, or it'll be an incomplete pass. That's how you throw in double coverage. That's just like when people say Kobe took a bad shot because it was two people guarding him. No, I took that shot because I can make that shot, and I make it a lot. So he threw in double coverage because he could make that play, him and his receiver. So what is wrong with throwing in double coverage when you can throw away from the coverage? We just seen that safety didn't have a play to make on the ball whatsoever. He was not even in the frame.
Mm-hmm.
And you calling that double coverage?
Let me know when you're done.
Go ahead.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done. Go ahead.
If I have a 6'3", 230-pound receiver that I know that can jump, if I'm throwing the ball to him where only he can catch it, I'm throwing it high. Now remember, I throw passes like this. Like, I'm not telling you how you should throw it. I throw them. You throw the ball high. He threw the ball in between three people. AJ Brown made a move to get the defender off him to go get the ball.
Three people.
If he throw, now the difference between that pass and the other pass is the ball he threw to Pascal. He threw the ball high and away. Pascal dove for it, hit him in both his hands, and he missed it. AJ Brown didn't do that. That was in stride. That was all fluid motion. AJ Brown is the one that made that move at the end of that play to get that ball. Every time he tried to throw that pass again in the game, the defender always was behind him and jumped up and made the play because the defender was playing the ball and not trying to play AJ Brown.
You said the defender behind him?
Now, well, Corey got a point because 22, Juan Thornhill, the two more instances that they did try to throw that again, he finally figured it out. Like, yo, I was out of position on this play right here. That AJ caught the touchdown, and he was like, damn it, I'm gonna be in position the next time. And sure enough, the next two times that they did it, it was 22, Juan Thornhill, that came up and made the play. But I'm more looking at 21 McDuffie because he's obviously in front of AJ Brown and literally the only one that can make a play defensively. And I got the tweet from Deion Sanders. All right, this is what Deion Sanders saying. He says every DB coach in America is mad right now. Right coverage called, you got to make the play. So literally, you see McDuffie literally is like he paused, and then you see AJ Brown do like a swing move around him, and he ends up making the play. And so, like, that's why I'm saying, like, that's a 50-50 play, in my opinion, is because Fit McDuffie, if he doesn't make that pause, because you can see he kind of had like a confused look on his face, like, oh shit, the ball is by me. Like, I was just tracking.
He didn't even.
So
put his hands behind him to try to feel for AJ Brown, and you cannot do that against him.
But
listen, he will get you.
I'm still trying to figure out how throwing the ball to where only AJ can get it is considered a bad pass.
That's not throwing the ball where AJ can get it. The defender didn't get it. That's the problem.
I'm still trying to figure out how throwing. I'm still trying to figure out about when throwing the ball where AJ can get it or make a play on it is a bad pass. I'm still trying to figure that out. I just can't. So it sounds like what you're saying. A good pass is when the receiver is wide open and there's no defense there. Like you're telling me what you're saying. There's no pass that you can throw when the receiver is covered that's considered a good pass. And what's really going on is Corey is a Cowboy fan and he don't want Hurts to exceed Dak Prescott, and he can't give Hurts credit for this. This is the same dude. This is the same dude who said. This is the same dude that said the Eagles had a horrible offensive line, a horrible D line, and Jalen Hurts would not break out this season. And that was just fandom oozing out of your mouth when you said that. So we know. So we know what this is.
Said that the pass to Pascal was an excellent pass, didn't I?
We know what this is.
So there goes that whole theory. There goes that whole speech. There goes that whole speech.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. If you're a quarterback Are you trying to throw the ball to where your receiver is at, or to where your receiver can get to?
It depends on the play.
If I'm a quarterback, I want to make a throw to where only my receiver can get it. I don't want to leave it to chance where it's a.
You cannot lead every pass. You cannot.
Eric, was that a bad pass?
Well, which AJ Brown one you talking about? You talking about the one where
the touchdown?
He made the touchdown, or you talking about the one where he
the touchdown
didn't catch the ball?
The touchdown.
The touchdown.
So the touchdown, it wasn't. I don't want to say it was the pass, but I want to say the defender on the backside, which was the safety, I believe, he looked like he misread the cover.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with nobody saying that the safety was out of position, but how does that make it a bad pass? If I see you out of position and then I throw my receiver open, how's it a bad pass?
That's the whole thing, is that he wasn't out of position till the ball went in the air. He wasn't out of position. If he's out of position, during the route, he's open.
Rewind it and see how he. And see exactly what he did, because I'm watching it and it just looked like he was out of position when he caught the ball.
You talking about the safety on the back end, right? You talking about the safety on the back end, right?
Right.
Yeah,
you see how the receivers all went in the inside and the play was to the outside?
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah, I call a good pass on that.
Anytime everybody has to stop and look at the ball, that's not a good pass.
Yeah, because
that's just a jump ball that you hoping that your receiver comes down with.
No, that wasn't a jump ball he threw. He threw it to the outside for him to go run it down.
The jump ball was the one that got deflected, and AJ Brown stopped that from being an interception. That was more of a jump ball.
That was a bad pass. That was a bad pass. The touchdown was a good pass. The one that almost got intercepted was a bad pass.
So okay, I'm hearing everybody agree that Kansas City just had a better quarterback.
Hey,
I'm pretty much hearing everybody.
I'm definitely going to have to say that every time Kansas City go play until Mahomes is out of his prime,
they're going to have the better quarterback.
They're going to have the better quarterback. But Hurts played very well today, and into the fourth quarter he outplayed. Well, the whole first half he outplayed Mahomes. Third quarter,
I can agree with that.
Yeah, third quarter was kind of even. Fourth quarter was all Mahomes.
But can I say this? That the defense kept us in the game.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That fumble really was a big play because they was up 14-7 and they was marching, and they could have went down and got at least 17 or 21. Right? It could have been 21-7, and that would have changed a lot. That would have changed a whole lot. So, but yeah, so him fumbling that unforced turnover. Yeah, that was a big play.
Hey, but you know what? That's not the only reason I say because that one mistake. He actually almost turned over about 2 or 3 balls. Y'all paying attention.
Yeah, so did Mahomes though. Mahomes threw 2 laterals while he was trying to get out of a sack that went to Philadelphia Eagles' hands.
I say one. I don't see.
I say one. I say one. I say one.
He threw one pass that he definitely shouldn't have thrown.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
That one when he was falling to the ground, he probably shouldn't have threw that one.
Yeah.
Nope.
But that's his bad habit though. He don't believe there's no play that shouldn't be made. He don't like wasting nothing. He want every play. So him throwing the ball away or running and taking a sack. That just ain't in his blood.
But I just hope that he's finally in the GOAT conversation.
Absolutely.
Well, Andy,
it's hard for a black quarterback to get in that GOAT conversation.
Well, it's hard for a quarterback period to get in the GOAT conversation. They play the least amount of football on the field. So
he done got Mel started.
You say what now?
Love this. I said you done got Mel started. He loved this conversation when it comes to football.
It is such a difficult position to play.
Sure.
He hate quarterbacks. I'm just convinced. I'm convinced, bro. Mel just don't hate quarterbacks.
Sure.
It is such a difficult position to play.
Facts, Jay. Facts. Say that again, Jay. Say that loud, bro. It's a black quarterback, so it was a bad pass.
I ain't doing that because if Tom Brady would have done it, if Tom Brady did that same play, I'd have been like, yo, that's a bad throw. I don't.
It's not a bad throw. But if
not
Mahomes
a
would have threw it,
bad-
it wouldn't have been a bad throw.
No, I'd have been happy if we would have caught it and scored, but I still would have been like, yo, that's a crazy.
They'd have been
that's-
all over
Mahomes-
Facebook. They'd been all
Mahomes-
over.
Mahomes has never had the option to throw passes like that.
Listen, if Mahomes
He don't have no
would've-
jump ball wide receivers. All his receivers are 5'6".
If Mahomes would have done that, we'd have been hearing nothing but Mahomes magic. My homie. If he'd have did that same pass.
I now understand why Corey says it's a bad pass. He think that he was throwing a jump ball and not throwing the ball outside where he can run it down. Okay, that's why. That's why I get it now.
How can
You think he was throwing a jump ball?
you
I get it.
stop and run a ball down,
I get it.
Mel? You're not making sense.
I get
You're
it.
not making
You think he was throwing a jump
Nothing
ball?
you're saying is making sense.
Corey, when did AJ Brown stop?
What? AJ Brown, he's turned all the way around to look for the ball, and then he made a move.
You know that, but you know
that
that
is
sounds.
not throwing the ball outside.
You know what that
if
sounds
he
like,
is
Corey.
running at full speed, if he is running at full speed and dives and catches the ball, then he's putting the ball away from the defender.
Corey.
But for you to stop and have to make a move, a swim move to get off a defender and dive and make a catch, that what is that?
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
And your receiver made a play.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. The play was for him to run that route, and it was supposed to be a jump ball. When Jalen Hurts seen the coverage and seen where the corner and the safety was at, he threw it outside, and AJ Brown looked up and seen the ball was going in a different place, and he had to go track it.
You're giving him a lot of credit,
dude. It's exactly what happened.
And you're not giving the wide receiver enough. Making an excellent play on the football.
I just said he made an excellent play. I just said he looked up and tracked the football, but the quarterback threw the ball outside.
He did exactly.
The quarterback threw the ball outside so he can go get it. You have to give him an opportunity to go make that play, right?
You know
but Corey is trying to make it seem like he tried to throw a jump ball and just threw an arid pass that ended up going outside, and AJ Brown had to run it down. No, he threw it outside because the defense was inside.
You know
run anything down. He didn't run it down.
I figured it out, Mel. He's just not used to watching his quarterback make the correct pass.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott threw nothing but interceptions.
That would have been a pick.
my quarterback beat your team.
That would have been a pick.
Hey, Corey just mad because Dak Prescott was wearing a suit and not pass tonight.
Yeah,
he got a trophy tonight, didn't he?
And that's what I'm trying to say, Jay. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
He got a trophy tonight.
Great throw, great adjustment on the ball, great play. 6.
Let's just say great 50-50 throw, great adjustment by AJ.
It wasn't no 50-50 because where the ball ended up going, nobody had a play on it but AJ.
I'm telling you, if Trent McDuffie doesn't pause, he's in position to make a play on that ball.
Let me tell you this. A 50-50 play is when both the defender and the receiver jump and make a play for the ball. That's a 50-50 ball. What that pass was not a 50-50 ball.
It's where both the corner, the defender, and the receiver have an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
And
only AJ Brown had an opportunity.
You both have an equal opportunity to make a play on the ball.
It wasn't no equal opportunity there.
Had a chance. Neither defender had a chance.
Hell no, it wasn't no equal opportunity because he tried to shield the 6'3", 230-pound wide receiver.
Because he thought it was a jump ball, Eric. Corey. And when AJ Brown stopped took that pause, the corner thought it was gonna be a jump ball. And then when AJ Brown seen the ball was going outside, he continued to run and go get it, and both the safety and the corner was out of play. That's why Hurts threw it out there. Everybody thought it was gonna be a jump ball. Everybody thought it was gonna be a jump ball, including you.
Man,
are we penalizing?
Hurts is not throwing no 50-yard pass down the field to no spot, bro. Come on, man.
Well, he just did.
Hold on.
He just did.
Are we discrediting a quarterback for exploiting a defender's mistake like you're supposed to do?
I mean, if I throw the ball up, Chris, if I take a 5-step drop and throw the ball up 30 yards down the field, just throw the ball up in the air where you a defender. Is that a great idea?
Yeah,
But
well,
your receiver makes a play on the ball. Is that a great
that's not
idea?
what he did. That's not what he did.
Can I make a living doing that?
That's not what he did.
That's not
Corey.
what he did, Corey.
That's an ingenuine question to even ask because that's not what he did.
He threw the ball up to A.J. Brown. That's what he's been doing all season. And A.J. Brown goes and gets it.
Because he puts it where only A.J. Brown can go get it.
That's what they do.
That wasn't a jump ball, Corey.
That's what they do.
That wasn't a jump ball, Corey.
If you haven't gets it. Listen, and it's not just A.J. Brown. All season, him and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert have been catching passes that only were meant for them, that only they can go get.
Now the passes he threw to Dallas Goedert on the sideline, those are very well placed balls, for sure. Very well placed balls. The ball that he threw. Stop saying pause. The ball that he threw to the receiver number 3, whatever his name is. That is a well placed ball.
Quez Watkins.
That pass that he threw to A.J. Brown was not.
Thank you, man. Jay.
It wasn't.
Jay talking that talk right now. Jay talking that talk.
I can't agree with you, Jay. Trust me. Watching Tyreek and Patrick, they've thrown a lot of 50-50 balls when literally like Tyreek is climbing on the back of defenders.
Yeah, but you just co-signed Corey saying that Mahomes have never had an opportunity to throw a pass like that because he don't have no 6'3" receiver. You just co-signed that, Lamar.
Not this year.
You just co-signed it.
Not this year.
Okay, you did. Okay, my bad.
What I said is I feel that was a 50-50 throw to AJ, and Mahomes has thrown a lot of 50-50 balls to Tyreek.
Okay, thank you. So you basically telling Corey he full of crap right now.
And do you think that those were good? Do you think that those were smart passes that he threw?
No, I didn't think they were good choices. But as a fan of the Chiefs, I'm glad they
not
were.
a good choice.
But it
paid off in the end.
It may pay off.
What I'm saying about the pass Jalen Hurts threw. But the same thing.
But when you throw,
not a good idea.
When you throw footballs like that, it does leave you at the chance that they can get picked or your team catches it. So I don't like 50-50 opportunities.
There was no chance of that touchdown throw to AJ Brown. There was no chance of that getting picked.
All right, all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna go by the words of primetime Deion Sanders, the greatest corner.
Nobody care about what primetime said. Primetime left for HBCU for some money.
Okay,
we about to take his word. I don't want to hear nothing. Primetime got to say.
So he don't know nothing about cornerback.
Nothing.
He's only the best defender to ever play the game.
Nothing. He out of his rabbit mind right now.
So he don't know nothing about playing.
Nothing at all. Okay. I ain't listening to nothing that man saying.
Mel, don't. Okay.
He out of his rabbit mind.
Why you ain't listening to him, Mel?
Because he out of his rabbit mind. That's why. That man ain't got it all. He'll clone.
But you
Hey, turn this shit off, dog. Turn this shit off, dog. It's time to go to bed. Everybody need to go to bed.
He a clone, Mel.
They gonna clone, man. That's why his feet falling apart because it ain't him. They got him. They got the real Deion somewhere locked up, man.
Hey, did you see how bad he looked walking up to the podium at the NFL Honors?
Oh my God! Hey, you remember on Vampire in Brooklyn when he bit old boy and his body parts just start falling apart.
Damn.
Hey, Deion body is failing him right now, man.
He done laid down with a liking. That's why. He old day walker walking around. Talking about some daggone bag play, man. The old day walker out here, man.
You ever seen Deion's fingers?
Do y'all know why his toe was bad? Where they had to cut it off? For real?
I just told you.
Yeah, turf toe, bro.
He liked to. He said that because he wore a size 11.5 shoe. He said in his uniform that with white shoes that they look too big, so he would put his foot in a size 10, and it just jammed his feet all up.
So he lost the toe for vanity reasons.
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
Y'all can believe that if y'all want to. That man got bit by a lichen, and his body freaking falling apart, man.
Well, shut your ass.
I'm trying to tell you what I know. I'm trying to tell you what I know.
That dude said Dude said with his shoes, the size 11 and a half looked too long.
And would a real human do that? You tell me that.
Hey, he the best. He the one of the best DBs ever played the game.
He was, but this ain't prime time right now. We seeing right here. This is something else. It's a whole different animal. Old cone head out this bad boy.
Hey, this daytime. This
Yeah,
daytime television.
Well, yeah, you saying that because he left an HBCU?
Nah, man, I'm just messing.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, because they weren't paying no money to them HBCU. Them motherfuckers ain't had no water.
He actually had good reason to leave the HBCU.
They was gonna sponsor the next fire festival.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mel on one today. That boy got some woo woo. He on one.
Mel on the road tonight.
I don't know.
Oh, y'all stupid,
That
man.
boy on one today.
Y'all stupid, man. Y'all stupid. Hey, I'm still tripping over that daggone wall back there behind Chris, man. That thing look good, boy.
You see
That
my
thing
backdrop,
look good.
Corey?
Yeah, that thing look good, man.
Oh yeah, it looks nice.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
I like
Thank you. Hard work and dedication, brother.
Is that what that is?
Corey said, "Oh, it looks nice, boy." Corey over there hating, boy. Corey, oh look, it look nice over there, looking like AD in the background.
I don't have anything to hate about, man. What do I have to hate about?
Oh man.
What the AD, bro?
What do I have to hate about, man?
I don't know, man.
AD was hella salty.
I'm doing pretty good over here.
What are you talking? What do you? What does that mean?
You talking about I'm hating? I'm doing pretty well. I don't have nothing to hate about.
Oh no, that was some hate when you was like, oh, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right.
No, I didn't. I said it looks pretty good, even though I'm on the phone and I can't really see the video. I mean, but yeah, I've seen it. It looks nice.
Well, you saw it before you called in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
That's what I'm saying. It looks nice.
Hey, if that ain't that Tupac hug from Juice, hey, but it's just oozing out.
Chill, man. Chill.
Hey, Mel on one today. Hey,
Lamar, and Andy Reid called an excellent game tonight too. By the way.
Yeah, he did.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
I will say the coaching on both sides was immaculate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Them dudes know how to call plays.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni did his job.
They know how to call plays.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni and Andy Reid were in their bag tonight. I will say that.
Like in Sirianni, in here, Andy Reid, isn't he one of Andy Reid's little proteges?
Now he
Was he under the Reid tree?
Didn't he come from that system?
No,
Well, no. Andy Reid fired him.
No, he fired him. So when Andy Reid got the job in 2012, going into 2013, Sirianni was already on the chief staff. He didn't retain him. So that's why Sirianni had a little chip on his shoulder. He's like, oh, I'm going to show you. You didn't retain me. I'm going to get you. So, but it didn't work out.
Yeah. That would have been a storyline if he would have came back to win tonight and Andy fired him. That would have been some great headlines.
Oh yeah, that'd have been.
It's already a storyline because then the Eagles fire Andy Reid.
They did.
I thought they did fire him. I thought he left.
They did.
No, they fired him.
No, they fired him.
And literally 3 days later, got hired in Kansas City. That's why they
said.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people say that this one was personal for Andy. I didn't know he
Of course
he got fired. I thought he left.
And he looked like he took it personal too, because he looked happier than he did in the first one.
Yeah.
And
you could tell that was something personal.
Well, yeah, Andy Reid, he should have never got fired, man. Donovan McNabb just started sucking real bad. And then
it wasn't Donovan McNabb that was his last quarterback.
Michael Vick.
He had Michael Vick and
go ahead, Corey.
Remember, he had Michael Vick and Vince Young.
Yeah.
Those are the last quarterbacks that played underneath him. McNabb was already in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got the post jail Vic. No, he didn't get the regular Vic. He got catching Vic. He didn't get.
But I mean, but with
I'm
him,
saying Vic.
statistically speaking, Michael Vick had his best passing season ever with Michael Vick.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
he
about to
had-
say, longest yard Vic was still a high-level quarterback.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Hey,
Yeah. My man said,
Who said
"Fuck
longest
you,
yard?"
Vic."
as long as yours, Vic.
Well, he also that
And-
good too.
and he-
Longest yard Vic was a
and,
very
I mean-
serviceable quarterback.
And he had Vince Young out there balling too.
Wait a minute, because
but Donovan McNabb back then, Donovan McNabb wasn't nothing but a Dak Prescott.
You mean Vic? Nah, he was worse than
He was a
that.
Dak Prescott.
He was. Were you talking about when he was good or when he fell off?
declining.
No, when he started sucking, he turned into a Dak Prescott.
Mm. Damn.
You gotta explain to me how Dak sucks.
You don't think Dak sucks?
No, tell me how.
Oh my God!
This should be fun.
Hey, this is a clip, Mel. This is a
It's gonna
clip
be
by
fun.
itself.
Now listen, I've been saying since Dak got in the league that Dak wasn't it.
Okay,
Mm.
tell me why.
Dak throws interceptions, especially this season.
So Dak has had one season where he's thrown double-digit interceptions.
Hold on. Dak, when Dak throw the ball, I can cover Dak. I know exactly what Dak getting ready to throw the ball to. It's
And
not
that's
pass.
As he telegraph passes, or the defenders know where his receivers are.
That's a double-edged question. Hey?
It depends on who you.
He's really not.
Passes.
It depends on who you
He's easy to
consider
read.
his.
He's really not.
He's easy to read.
Oh,
That whole
Jay,
offense is easy to read. That offense is simple to read.
Jay, this some good content, huh?
Get your popcorn ready.
I'm sitting back listening too, because I want to hear how he go defend this. Because Eric speaking fast over there.
How is he speaking fast?
He said he's easy to read. He throw a lot of picks.
He threw a lot of
And what's
He's easy to read.
what's easy to read about it?
Put your gasoline
Dak,
can
this is the
down,
first
man.
season he's ever thrown
Put your
double-digit
gasoline
picks.
can
That-
down, man.
Dak is really giving Donovan McNabb right now, except Donovan McNabb light, because Donovan McNabb actually got to the Super Bowl and a lot of NFC championships.
Who was the coach? Who was the coach?
Andy Reid.
It don't matter who was the quarterback. Who's the quarterback?
So now it's come to coaching. That's the issue.
Yeah.
No, Chris, I've been saying that for years.
So is it
Are you
Mike
saying he
McCarthy
come
or
back
was
here-
it
he
Kellen
come back
Moore?
because of the play calling?
Oh, you
I've been
got-
saying. What do you mean? Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator when? Wasn't he the offensive coordinator with Jason Garrett too? You think Mike McCarthy wanted to run this offense when he came, or was he told to run this offense?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know the inner workings of Cowboys. I'm just asking.
How many head coaches have you seen get hired, but your coordinator's already in place for you?
Wait. Go back to the quarterbacks.
Fredo?
Wait, go back to the quarterbacks. I want to hear this defense for the quarterback.
That's an internal problem. I'm talking about the quarterback.
I'm telling you what the problem is. If everybody know your offense, how good can you really be?
So hold on, Corey. Let me ask you a question.
I don't know.
right?
Everybody said
I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say the Kansas City Chiefs, right? They went through a period like in the middle of last season and this season where things got kind of slow. They make mid-season moves in order to alleviate their problems, right? Like this year, they were like, okay, our team speed is not that great, so you go get Kadarius Toney from the Giants, right? Patrick Mahomes throws an excellent intermediate to deep ball. That's just what he does. And Travis Kelce does all the dirty work. That's what they do. They realize that, okay, maybe we don't have that after Tyreek Hill left, so they go get Kadarius Toney, another 4-2 dude. That is putting your players in position to win. Jalen Hurts, he doesn't have a really big arm, so what can we do with that? we can go get a fast receiver, and then we need one more receiver to complement what he does well. So we go get A.J. Brown, who's supposed to be dead, by the way. He's supposed to be terrible. He's not a good receiver anymore. Well, now we know that's not true.
Well, his quarterback was Ryan Tannehill, so we already knew what that was, but continue.
Exactly. So these coaches are putting these players in positions to be great. The Dallas Cowboys do not do that. They just don't.
Are you saying that Dak doesn't have weapons?
He's saying he ain't got nothing. It's just Dak out there. He ain't got no coach.
I mean, you had what's called it last year. You had what's called last year. Why'd you get rid of him? And you did nothing to replace it.
Who?
Cooper? Amari Cooper.
No.
Amari Cooper finished top 5 in receiving this season with a backup quarterback.
So y'all got Ty Hilton. Who else y'all get? Y'all got Ty Hilton. Y'all still got CeeDee Lamb, right?
So T.Y. Hilton. So you think that T.Y. Hilton is a formidable threat in the NFL now?
So hold on. I want to ask you a question, Corey.
Hey, Jay Jones said, "Hey, read that, Chris."
Kellen Moore. This is from Jay Jones. Kellen Moore had a top 5 offense the last 3 out of 4 years, and I don't see that to be a lie. I do not see that to be a lie. But my question for you, Corey, is this.
Okay, I'm agreeing with you.
My question for you is this, Corey, right? Is it the coaching? Is it the coaching? Is it bad coaching for the play calls, or is it bad quarterback play for not adjusting to what defense you see?
So here's you make a point, but here's a question. But here's a question for you. Let's say you come up to the line of scrimmage. What are you gonna audible into? Another bad play? The 49ers have any time the Cowboys have a team that takes away what they're trying to do, they never adjust to it. Never do. Just like tonight, the Eagles were taking away what Kansas City, what the things that Kansas City was trying to do, and vice versa. Both teams were doing the same thing, right? They came out after halftime. Obviously, the Kansas City had made some adjustments at halftime, and they moved the ball right down the field and scored. Philly tried to come out with that same swing pass that they had been doing in the first half, and it got blown up. And it was a questionable fumble for a touchdown. And notice they didn't do that shit no more for the rest of the game. They didn't even attempt
But
it.
you're telling a lot of stories. I'm trying to get to the part of where Dak Prescott is better than Donovan McNabb. Help me get to that part. I mean, we got 3 straight NFC championships for Donovan McNabb, maybe 4 straight, and a Super Bowl appearance. As soon as you get and Donovan, when did they go to 3 straight NFC championships? And Donovan McNabb never had a receiver that you can remember his name. He got T.O. 1 year, and as soon as he got T.O., they went to the Super Bowl.
Terrell Owens and Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson came after that, and Deshaun was with Michael Vick. So Donovan McNabb
Jackson was absolutely with Donovan McNabb.
Donovan McNabb was throwing for most of his career.
Torch the Cowboys.
That's false. Donovan McNabb for most of his career had Freddie Mitchell and receivers like that.
I think so.
And they didn't get anywhere. But as soon as they got Deshaun Jackson,
he had Freddie Mitchell.
Put T.O. into the equation.
He had Freddie Mitchell and that dude that married the white girl named Kendra.
Pinkston.
Yeah. Pinkston.
That talking about Hank Basket.
Yeah, those was
Hank Basket. Hank Basket. Todd Pinkston was one of them.
He got Hank Basket way after he left Indianapolis, and he was already on that show. But okay.
And when he had those dudes, he was making NFC championship after NFC championship. And then when he got T.O., it was Super Bowl time. And the only reason that slowed them down from the Super Bowl because T.O.
Chris, Corey, they went to 4 straight NFC championship games, bro.
Yeah, they did.
I did not remember that.
I got you. It's right here. It's
how you not remembering that if that was beating the brakes off of y'all when y'all had freaking Quincy Carter
they were tearing our asses apart.
Sure enough was
tearing our asses apart. But the only person that I remember tearing our asses apart was Deshaun Jackson.
But that's a lie. Deshaun Jackson wasn't there.
Not yet.
listen.
There's a video where Deshaun Jackson on the first play of the game caught like an 85-yard pass, and the dude ran backwards into the end zone.
That was
You can't
after
tell me
that was
he
after T.O. That was after
That was
T.O.
Mike Vick. That was Mike
That
Vick.
was not after T.O.
It was
Yes,
after
it was.
T.O.
That was
way
that
after
was-
T.O., bro.
Corey. I can tell you because I know exactly what play you're talking about. It was Michael Vick who launched that to Deshaun Jackson
Yes, it was.
Against Washington.
against
On
Washington.
that Monday night game. Yeah.
Yes,
It was Michael Vick who launched it from almost the goal line. It was like a 90-something yarder. He launched it past midfield, and Deshaun was wide open
Right there,
and ran
yeah.
backwards into the end zone. That was Michael Vick who did that. The NFC championships were
Okay.
01, 02, 03, 04, and 08. Those four consecutive they also won the NFC East. All 4 of those years when they went to 01, 02, 03, and 04.
Corey
They won the
getting cooked.
NFC East and went to the NFC
I'm
championship.
really not getting cooked because I'm about to put the play in our chat right now. I just found it on YouTube.
Deshaun Jackson was after T.O., bro.
Okay.
You know what? Matter of fact, I got you right here. I'm gonna let's see. Deshaun
Yeah, pull up the roster.
Jackson.
Just
I'm gonna do his years active.
No. Just do the year he got drafted, because the time frame we're talking about is 2000 to 2004. Just drop the year that he got drafted.
2008.
Ooh, shit.
But hold on, what year did Donovan McNabb leave the Eagles?
Oh, that boy trying to revive this bad take.
I got you. Hold tight.
Go
Hold
ahead.
tight. Donovan McNabb. How you spell his name? Oh, there you go. Donovan McNabb. Let's see. Professional career. 99 was his rookie season. Blah 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 blah.
played for
Scrolling.
Philly for a
04. Yeah, he did.
I didn't realize he came in the NFL in '99.
Yeah, they booed the hell out of him too. They didn't even want him. It's going to 4 straight NFC Championship games. Hey, they booed Jalen. And he was
Yeah, that sure enough did. The Philly fans didn't like him either, man. It's this Philly podcast I used to listen to, man.
So Donovan McNabb did have Deshaun Jackson for 1 year.
And was it after
But-
T.O.?
That was 08 then.
Because Donovan McNabb went to the Redskins in 2010.
So he had him in 8 and 9. So he had him for 2 years.
Right. And so when I said it was after T.O., T.O. was in Philly.
Gone.
He was in Philly for 2 years, 04 and 05. He was in Dallas in 06.
Yeah.
You right. You all right.
Yep.
My bad.
Philly
I
in
think
04, 05, and Dallas in 06 to 08. And man, he played for a lot of damn teams. Shit.
And he went to Buffalo and Cincinnati to finish out his career.
And then he went to some other
Prison.
teams like.
But but Corey, this was my point though. My point was, like McNabb didn't get a lot of help, bro. Not from receiver. Now, as far as running backs, he had Deuce Staley, and then he got Westbrook, and he got somebody else. Towards the end. Did he have Sproles? I don't think he had Sproles.
Yeah,
Sproles was in San Diego with Phillips.
Oh yeah, you're right. You Phillips.
I think it was just Deuce Staley and Westbrook.
I don't know when Sproles showed up.
It was Westbrook,
I don't
right,
remember
Corey?
when Sproles showed up. It was Westbrook.
Because they ran probably a quarter. Nah, I ain't gonna say a quarter, but close to a quarter of their plays were screens back then. It was.
Oh, and you know what? Donovan McNabb with that team in Philly. Donovan McNabb had a hell of a defense.
The defense was nice, yes.
Yeah.
Listen,
Brian Dawkins
That
and all.
defense was nasty.
Yeah.
That defense was nasty.
I'm looking
And they
at
can
this-
hit too.
I'm
Hugh
looking at this
Douglas,
starting-
Brian Dawkins.
Who was the dude that laid out Reggie Bush? Shepard.
Oh, that's the corner.
Shepard.
The corner. No,
that was Brian Dawkins.
The other one.
It was Shepard.
It was what you call it. It's the dude with the hair, with the long dread. Is it Malcolm Jenkins? Not Malcolm Jenkins.
Nah, it was Shepard, bro. It was Shepard. Because I thought it was
Lito Shepard.
Yeah, it was Lito Shepard. Yep, Jay Jones said Lito Shepard. Oh man, they had Troy Vincent too. Sheldon Brown. Yeah, that defense was nasty. Yeah, that defense was nasty.
Yeah.
Hey, what number was Brian Dawkins?
20.
And then Hugh Douglas was up front.
Dang, they had Asante Samuels at first
Hugh
too.
Douglas.
Yeah.
Dang, it was cold, boy.
They had a hell of a defense. I bet you they did go to 4 NFC championships in a row.
Jay Jones, you a Philly fan or something? How you know? How he know all? Yeah.
Jay knows football, man. I'll be on there with him.
No, he's a Titans fan because he said not too much on Tannehill. That's his quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that, Jay.
And actually, Malik Willis is your quarterback now.
Yeah, from Liberty.
Yeah,
you think so?
Liberty Blippity.
Who can't throw more than 10 passes a game?
Yeah,
I would not.
Is that?
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would.
Is that who y'all spent y'all AJ Brown draft pick on?
No, they spent it on Trey.
No. Trey. What's his name?
Traylon Burks.
Yeah, from Arkansas.
Traylon Burks.
You know what? I feel bad for them, boy. They swung real big on AJ Brown, man, and it was supposed to pay off with the Super Bowl. And the reason why the Super Bowl runner up usually don't make it back to the playoffs most times is because that letdown lingers, and it takes some of that, because to get to the Super Bowl, those two teams put so much in it for the year that if it doesn't pay off, like you're reluctant to put that much in it again. Like it's hard to muster up that and do what you did this year again next year. And that's why they Super Bowl runner-ups never make it far in the playoffs the next year.
Mel, they've been good every year up until this year.
Who?
The Titans.
No, I was talking about the Eagles. I was talking about the Eagles.
Corey,
hold on. What y'all thought I was talking about?
Corey, I'm gonna tell you this. Though.
I thought you were talking about
the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
The Titans are only as
what
good
we gonna say, Chris?
The Titans are only as good as healthy as Derrick Henry is, and then once you get into the playoffs,
that is not a lie.
And then once you get into the playoffs, when you can't throw the ball and you relying on the running back, it makes your offense one dimensional, and it makes it real easy to call plays on defense.
Or how about trading AJ Brown like limit your offense? How about that?
That was pretty bad. That was a bad idea. That was a real bad idea, man.
That was not that what they should have done is got rid of their quarterback.
Yeah.
They couldn't because they paid him a massive bag the year before.
Yeah, they already paid him.
They did make him. I mean, but nobody's gonna trade for him. Oh, he made a lot of money.
Yeah, nobody's gonna pick that up.
Man, I'm quite sure that Tom Brady was talking about Tannehill when he said that's the dude you gonna keep him. Had to be talking about Tannehill
because they paid him. They paid Tannehill that exact same offseason. They was like, no, we're not gonna go in on Tom Brady. Tannehill is our guy. Like, really?
I promise you, if you put Tom Brady on that team, they make it to the Super Bowl at least. Because that team had an excellent defense and an excellent run game. All they needed the quarterback just to do a little bit.
AJ Brown would have had the season Mike Evans had, and then Gronk would have came, and then and they would have signed AB. So imagine if Tom Brady would have went to the Titans instead of them keeping Tannehill. Gronk comes out of retirement. AB comes over there with Tom Brady, and you got AJ Brown, AB, Gronk, Derrick Henry, Tom Brady.
We might be talking about defense. We might be talking about 8 rings for Brady instead of 7.
Yes, because that team was good. That team was good this year. They just didn't have a quarterback at the end of the season. They bought what's his name in off the street, and he played some decent football.
Yeah, SB man, we done beat a dead horse on that holding call, man. We talked about this thing probably the first 45 minutes, man. And look, I get it, man. He tugged this jersey. We're not denying that it was a jersey tug, but it had nothing to do with the outcome of the play, man. And you just can't make that call on that. I ain't get Corey take on that, man. Corey, you didn't call in at that moment, but
well, first of all, that's an uncatchable pass.
Facts, and they wasn't beyond 5 yards.
That's an uncatchable pass.
Yeah.
The only thing and the only penalty that they can call other than pass interference is defensive holding. But like I said, though, early in the game on the third down, he had done something very similar to that. He grabbed the outside arm of Juju Smith-Schuster. And Bradbury kind of does it. He's a handsy corner. He is. And everybody cried about it. Juju jumped up and down, started screaming. The coaches were all on the sideline. The referees kind of came over there together, and then they broke away, and then they ended up having to punt, right? But now they're going to be looking like, okay, now we're going to look and see if he grabbed. I mean, it's bad timing. You shouldn't I don't think you should make that type of call in that juncture of the football game.
No, you don't. You're not supposed to.
Because that definitely changed the outcome of the game. It did. Because, I mean, and I'm not saying that the Eagles are going to come down with 1 minute and 20 seconds left and just drive the ball all the way down the field and score. I'm not saying that at all. With no timeout. Well, they would have had one timeout if that wasn't a penalty. But, I don't know. That's just horrible timing. That's a bad time to call that.
So tell me, why would a ref make that call?
I just told you.
He got told to do so.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that they're looking for, and anytime he does anything similar to that, he's gonna call it. I mean, like I said, that's horrible timing for that type of penalty, though.
Yeah, and this is what pissed me off, man. And this is what the Kansas City receivers was on the sideline laughing about. that little play with the receivers. All right, so the first one was with Tony. He came from the right on the outside, and he before the snap, he came in motion toward the quarterback, right? And then he went right when they snapped the ball. I think he was almost in a bunch formation behind Kelsey, maybe. So yeah. So the corners when they bunched, so the corners they didn't really have outside cover. So as soon as he snapped the ball, he just went outside and he threw it, and they both was on Kelsey. He was wide open. So the next time they did it in the red zone, they did it with Scott. They did it with Scott Moore, and it was after the snap. It wasn't before the snap. They snapped it, and then he ran like an in route. And then did the same thing that Tony did. The only difference was one was after the snap, one was before the snap. And they was laughing on the sideline like it worked again. It worked again. So they ran that same play with Juju Smith-Schuster, and that's where the holding came from. And Bradbury pulled his jersey. That was the end of the game. They was so disrespectful. They ran that play 3 times.
Yes. So did you see what the Eagle corners were doing? And that's what team speed will do to you, right? What those players are doing is running across the field at full speed to try to what in the Eagles mind and their defensive coordinator and everybody else's mind on their defense is that dude is sprinting across the field because he's so fast, right? Mm-hmm. He's sprinting. They only do it with fast players. He's sprinting across the field to get into the flats to catch a little dump pass, and he's gonna catch it at full speed and take him right around the corner. It's almost like an extension of a run play, right? So what the Eagles defenders were doing was flying across the field real fast to try to cut that off. So somebody upstairs saw that, right? And that's what I mean about this play calling, man. It's like if you just stop and shoot back out in the flats, you're gonna be wide open. And they did it, and it worked. And then they did it again, and it worked. And then you do the same thing with Juju, right? And you get a penalty. Hell yeah, it worked.
Yeah, it will keep working. They
3 for 3.
Yeah. SB said, "What does this ring put Mahomes on y'all list?" I already had him really high, just based on what he's doing. Now, one thing I don't do when I do a all-time list is I don't make the paper resume form a conclusion for me. Like I judge you as a player first, and then as a player, I say, then what did you accomplish with all this greatness that you have as a player? and I'll put the two together, right? Because it's quarterbacks that's not as good as Pat Mahomes that might have more Super Bowls than him. You get what I'm saying? So I already had him high just at him as a player. His resume building is, it factors in just a little bit. But here's my take on quarterbacks in football. I don't think quarterbacks are the best football players on the field. So therefore, I don't have quarterbacks that high over the other skill positions. So for my top 10 list, I don't get to a quarterback until number 5, which is Joe Montana. But it's Jim Brown, Rice, Deion, Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White. Those guys are on the top of my list.
Barry. What?
I got Joe Montana over here. That's one.
You got Joe Montana. You got Joe Montana is the best quarterback to ever play the game.
Yes.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I got Joe Montana. Yeah,
because I think what's his name was a better quarterback.
Dan Marino.
I think Steve Young was a better quarterback than Joe Montana.
That's cap.
He could do everything, and they got the same amount of Super Bowls. Well, I think Steve Young got one less. I think
Steve only got one. Joe got 4.
Steve Young has 2, I think.
Yeah, he got 2.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
The big.
Sitting behind Joe. Yeah.
No. He earned 2. He beat San Diego and he beat who did he beat? San Diego and somebody else.
He got 1, bro.
You sure? I think he got 2.
Well, that ain't nothing that Google can't fix. I'm on it.
If he do got more than 1, is probably sitting behind Joe. But he got 1.
That means he has 3.
89, 90, 95. He got
That's 3 for Joe Montana?
No, for Steve Young.
89, 90.
For Steve Young.
Oh, well, he got it as a backup then. So he should have 2 and then 1 as a backup.
So what, 89, 90, and then 95? So 95 is the backup, and then 89 and 90 is his?
No. 95 was his against San Diego.
Oh, so that's the only one he got then. The other two
he only got 1?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was 2. Yeah, it is. You're right, Lamar.
No. He got 3. He's a 3-time Super Bowl champ. The only problem is I'm trying to look at the games that he won.
Yeah, 89. He's definitely a backup in 89.
Yeah, and he's a backup at 90.
Okay, so he only got 1 as a
backup in 90.
Yes, because Joe didn't come to Kansas City till like 92, 93.
But okay, yeah. But he was hurt one whole year. He came back and Steve had already took the job.
Yes. There was one season where he got hurt and Steve Young took over and he just never got his job back.
Yeah, so he won 3 Super Bowls during his time with the Niners. He did not start for his first 2 Super Bowls, and he only appeared in 1 Super Bowl match as a starting quarterback. Yeah. So 95 then. 95 is his, but the other 2 was behind Joe.
Yeah. And then Tampa Bay had got one of the best defenses in the world and beat the brakes off of Steve Young. Gave him like concussions and that ended his career. Man, I remember watching that game. Man, they was 10. Steve Young, Warren Sapp was.
Warren Sapp,
bro. That jump was so crazy.
That may have been that in the '85 Bears. Those might have been the best 2 defensive teams ever.
Whoa, yeah. 2000 Ravens. Hello.
Well, y'all got Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have Travis Kelce as best tight end.
I was about to say Corey Landon. Come on. 2000 Ravens defense was really scoring.
Just with 2 names, Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. That's all you really needed. The rest of it was just that was nasty. Travis Kelce, he's the best tight end in the NFL.
Yeah. Travis Kelce is the best.
Yeah. Now you saying best by observation, or you saying best by accomplishments?
No, he's
best
the
by
best.
observation.
He's just the best. He's just the best. He is the best tight end in the NFL.
By the time he's done, it's gonna be both. It's gonna be by stats and observation.
That's tough, man. That's real tough, man. Because
who's a better tight end in the NFL?
Tony Gonzalez.
Travis.
No. I'm not talking ever. No, not ever. Not ever.
No, that's what he talking
No,
about. He's saying ever.
Oh no. No. I mean, he may be top 5.
Who won?
I got him top 2, and he's not 2.
Who's number 1?
Best tight end of all time.
If you say Gronkowski, I'm gonna fight it.
Oh no, I don't think Rob Gronkowski is the best of all time. He wasn't. The only reason he was the best tight end on that team is because the other one killed somebody and went to jail.
Yeah.
Hey, that boy was cold.
If you say Tony G, I'll give you Tony G. I'll give you Tony G.
Yeah, Tony Gonzalez got to be the best of all time, man. He got to be.
Yeah,
but
that's for me too.
I'll give you that, and then I'll give you Kelsey number 2.
So both KC tight ends. That's crazy.
Now I'm gonna say this. Travis Kelce, who is 33 now, besides his rookie year, which he lost the whole year, other than that, been very durable for what he does, because he kills the middle, so he's getting hit. So anytime you got a tight end that's got 7 straight years of 1,000 receiving yards, he's doing stuff that nobody, not even Tony Gonzalez, is doing. So that's just for me. I've seen both, been a fan of both. Tony, they both killed his space. Like, they're both great at finding pockets. Just to me, Travis is more fluid in his route running, as in making those. Did you see that route where you put the linebacker on skates tonight? Literally went like Tony was not doing that. Tony looked like a power forward for real.
Yeah, I think it's so. To your first point about him putting up 1,000 yards every year, the numbers are inflated now in sports in general, football and basketball, right? Yeah. So it's kind of hard to compare that. That's why I have to. This thing has to be done by observation for me, and then I take a small piece of what they accomplish is consideration, but you can't compare just pure numbers because they're throwing more now, and it's all circumstantial based on if you had a good team or a good coach or a good quarterback at that time.
I'll put it to you this way, man. I'll put it to you this way.
Okay.
Both Tony and Travis, in the career that they had, they were the focal point. They were the focal point. All right. Tony Gonzalez may not have gotten all the headlines like a Priest Holmes when Priest was doing his thing, but trust me, Tony Gonzalez was the engine of that offense because.
Well, yeah, I mean, the best other receiver they had was Dwayne Bowe.
And no. You talking about Eddie Kennison and some cast-offs from other teams that weren't worth a damn.
Yeah.
That the Chiefs kept picking up.
Yeah.
So until Travis had Tyreek Hill, Travis was really playing with a whole bunch of nothing at the wide receiver position. You remember that year that the Chiefs literally had not one touchdown go to a wide receiver?
Mm-hmm.
But
I remember that.
But Travis Kelce got an end zone. Travis Kelce, and that was a young Travis Kelce in 2014 and 2015. I tell
you what, man. You talk about like the eye test, right? The visualization, the actually being able to watch the person play.
Right.
I think the best tight end that I've ever seen, and he's got excellent numbers too, right? He just don't have no Super Bowls or nothing like that. Was Antonio Gates in San Diego?
Baller.
It was good too.
Baller.
It was good too.
Antonio Gates was nasty.
He used to kill us.
I got him number 3.
Oh yeah, he's up there. Tony goes.
He was nasty.
I don't know. I still can't bump Shannon Sharp out at top 5 over Antonio Gates.
So I got Tony G, Travis Kelce, Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp. I'll put George Kittle before Rob Gronkowski. I got Gronk at 6.
Hey, I ain't even got no top 5. It's just Tony Gonzalez for me, and then I stop. I ain't even. I'm not even going. Yeah, I'm not even going down there. It's like MJ for me, man. It's MJ at the top, Kobe, Kareem, and I stop. Like it ain't no point to discuss past 3. Y'all, I mean, shoot.
Ain't no point.
Okay, so I got a question for y'all. Who's the best running back?
Barry Sanders. No, Jim Brown.
I never saw Jim Brown play, so I don't know.
Yeah, you know
but
what?
He was great.
Yeah, he was. Let me take Jim Brown out since I ain't get to observe much.
NFL films look good. I mean, but you know,
Those are highlights.
I did some reading on Jim Brown on what he. I mean that.
No, Jim Brown was a freak of an athlete, bro.
Yeah. So
people don't even know he played lacrosse, yo. Play lacrosse.
So I got for running backs. Well, I mean, if are we just basing it off what we've seen, or can we count like highlights that we've seen as well?
I mean, count everything.
You can count.
It's your thing.
Count whatever you want to count.
It's Barry Sanders for me though. It's Barry Sanders.
So I got Barry Sanders number 2.
Who you got number 1?
Sweetness.
Nah, man.
Okay.
Man, ain't nobody messing with Barry, man.
I don't know,
the best running back.
Man.
Barry was cold, dog.
Listen, but Walker, yes, he was.
Barry was amazing. Barry was amazing, but Sweetness was a cold cup of juice, man.
Hey, y'all gonna be surprised who my best college running back is. It could be Barry, but no, you're right, Reggie Bush. Because
I was about to say it ain't Reggie Bush.
Can I tell you who
Go ahead.
Can I tell you who my favorite my NFL one is? And it's gonna be weird, and y'all gonna be like, "What?" But I mean, just kind of think about it, though.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel
the best
Elliott.
running back that I've ever seen. No, best running back I've ever seen is Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
you know what? That's very acceptable.
That's yes, yeah, and he got a case for college too.
No debate.
For college you can go AP, you can go and I'm just talking about modern.
Reggie was a dog. Reggie
was a dog. Now the reason why I go Reggie is because AP, yeah, he was a monster. Barry Sanders was also a monster, but Reggie Bush was a monster on offense, punt return, and kick return, and as a receiver. It was unreal, man. Unreal.
Yeah.
He was too early for the NFL. The NFL would love a Reggie Bush right now, but back then,
and Reggie Bush in the NFL right now is Tony Pollard.
I think he's like what Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook are. That was possible because of Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was better than all them dudes, bro. All of them, but they wanted him to be a between the tackle run and all that stuff, and they weren't embracing the fact that he was a heck of a receiver.
He was better than
killing. Yeah.
Which is crazy because, like, if you really look at Reggie Bush's NFL career, he got some highlights in there, but it just gets lost in translation because he team hopped and really couldn't sustain on one team for a long time.
Once he left New Orleans, it kind of really went downhill from there because it was Detroit, Miami.
But you know what? In Miami, he was
cold.
He
balled in Miami.
He kept getting hurt.
In Detroit, he didn't play bad.
He didn't play bad in Detroit. I watched the game he got hurt in. He was I don't know if it was he left Miami after a good season, went to Detroit, and I want to say in the preseason or first game he ran out of bounds, and they used to have that white strip on the sideline. He slipped on it and tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Oh.
That sideline little tape shit.
Yeah. He kept getting hurt, man.
Yeah.
We done had some great players. Y'all know we had Adrian Peterson too?
Man, he was long in the tooth then though.
He was old.
But he was still scoring though. He was still power running and everything.
He wanted to be LeBron. He wanted to stay in the league forever, man. But they was like, man, and he wanted to go to Dallas, Corey.
You know whose career was cut short, and I promise he would have had an amazing career. Ray Rice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He was cold.
If he'd have just held his composure to the hotel room, we'd have still been talking about him.
Shut up, Chris.
Am I lying?
Yeah. If he would have went to a regular hotel like most black people go to, it wouldn't have been no camera working, and that freaking the camera would have been there. It just wouldn't have had no tape in it.
Chris, she spit in his face, man.
Yeah, but you gotta. I understand, but just hold on to the hotel room before you toss her around.
He more of a man than Dana White, man, because the fact that he put her to sleep made it look real bad. But for some reason, I guess it didn't look bad when Dana White knocked his wife down because she ain't go to sleep. You got me. If you make her go night night off an open hand.
Yeah.
I don't think. You know what? You know.
Boy, you ain't gonna have no show next week, bro.
I don't think that the hit is what got him in trouble, though, Mel. I don't.
I only remember two hits. How many times I remember two hits. Ray Rice. I only remember two hits for Ray Rice. It was him hitting her and her hitting the floor. But other than
right, and you're right. But I don't think that the actual hit is what got him in trouble. I think it's the way he threw her off the elevator.
He didn't throw her. He dragged her off the elevator.
Man, he drug her and just flung her, man.
What, we supposed to let the door close on her head, Corey? We supposed to let the door close on her head? That was a gentleman thing to do. He didn't have no smelling salt, man.
Yo, my man is wilding tonight.
Yo.
Hey, you sure you ain't eat no edible or nothing, dogs? What is up with you tonight, bro?
Oh my god.
Oh man, good.
Oh,
What is
man,
what
Ray
with
Rice,
you
man.
tonight?
Oh man.
I got
Ray
in
Rice
this
is gonna be great.
conversation. I got in this conversation the other day at work, and again, I got another controversial answer. Single season. What's the best season by a player that you've ever seen
in football?
Yeah,
Best season by a player, a singular player.
And I think we just
where
saw
you were just like, this dude might be unstoppable.
Cam
we
Newton.
just saw when Justin Jefferson went stupid this year.
I like what Cam Newton did, bro. I like what Cam Newton did.
Like,
yeah. I like
can't-
what
I can't say anything above Calvin Johnson's record-breaking season.
okay, Calvin Johnson is one of them.
That was incredible.
Randy Moss is one
That
of
was
them.
incredible.
Who was more impressive that year when they broke them records, Moss or Brady?
Oh, no,
Moss.
That was almost.
Moss.
It was almost. Yeah.
That was almost. No,
He wasn't even in. Was he even in the discussion for MVP? They straight just gave it to Brady. Oh, Brady, you got it, man. You broke a record too.
Of course.
Yeah.
The most impressive single season that I've ever seen is Robert Griffin, his rookie year in Washington.
Most impressive for a rookie. I don't know about impressive. Period.
It was. I mean, he threw for 3,500 and rushed for 1,000.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, I don't know,
As a
man.
rookie too.
I want to say he threw like 30-something touchdowns and only threw like 4 or 5 picks.
It still takes a lot to beat Calvin Johnson's season, though, man. That was.
It takes a lot to beat Calvin Johnson that one game he played against the Cowboys.
Oh, Adrian Peterson's record season as well.
Because remember, Adrian Peterson would have broke that rushing record. He slid and he didn't break it.
And that was after an ACL tear too, wasn't it?
It was like 6 months after ACL tear because he tore his knee up in the playoffs.
Yeah, AP went. Calvin Johnson and AP for me. Those are my two right there.
Hey, Bird Banger. Pause. We're yeah, we can tackle that real quick. We already tackled it early, but you gotta make sure you're not just visiting. Just go ahead and subscribe, big dog, and then
you'll like it.
Yeah.
We have these conversations all the time. Bird Banger. Pause.
Lamar, you want that one? He said he just visiting, right? Enjoying the conversation.
Tackle that call.
And he said, my question is on the 2 calls, the holding call and the tackle that caused the fumble.
Oh, he's talking about the Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
I felt it was a fumble because he called it 2 feet and you saw he was making that momentum forward. So I thought it was a bang play. As soon as he was making the momentum forward, he hit him, and I thought it was a fumble. They didn't. They called it. It is what it is. Now the holding, the infamous holding. I mean, look, you didn't already went over it. Look, bad timing of it. It was terrible. Terrible with the timing of the game, especially they've been letting a lot of stuff play pretty much all game. My guys up top on the top 2.
make that call in the third quarter, man.
Yeah, not the final 2
Yeah,
minutes.
man.
Hey, Brandon Thompson just threw 2 names out there for the greatest season. He said that Jamal Anderson Dirty Bird run was crazy, and then he also said Cooper Kupp last year was crazy.
Oh, Cooper
Kupp last year was insane.
Cooper Kupp was crazy, yo.
Cooper Kupp would probably be third for me.
That was
you know
insane.
You know what's crazy, man? I understand that the receiver does a lot in, making the play, making the catch, the yards afterwards, and all that other stuff. But can we talk about the quarterback that was behind the 2 greatest receiving seasons ever?
Okay, so I mean, with Calvin Johnson. Now, okay, Chris. So, which was more impressive, with Cooper Kupp or with Calvin Johnson?
Man, I'm convinced this man's sitting on a Detroit Lions butt plug right now.
Right there. You see it.
Which one was more impressive, Chris? The one with Cooper Kupp or the one with Calvin Johnson?
So to be honest with you, I'm gonna let what Mel said slide. I heard what he said, and I'm just gonna gloss over it, right? But to answer your question, Corey, from a fan standpoint, I'm gonna always say that Calvin Johnson's season was better. But as a purveyor of football,
I can't stand, man.
The things that Cooper Kupp did after he got the ball, the way he got open, the catches that he made were absolutely incredible. So you think about Calvin Johnson with Matthew Stafford, when Stafford was throwing to Johnson, it was all on go routes, over the top, 50-50 balls. Johnson go up there and grab it, or he just outlegged everybody and beat everybody down the field. But Cooper Kupp was slants, comebacks, go routes, all types of different other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
watch your Johnson balls and comebacks while you on that plug, dog.
Y'all got some problems, man. I can't talk about football. Y'all.
Hey, it's Mel, dog. He rubbing off, man. It's cause I'm in celebration mode. So I didn't smoke hella green tonight. I'm on like 5-8 Modelo's. It don't even matter. So I'm just tripping, dog. That dude wild.
I ain't mad at you.
but yeah, as a Lions fan, I'm always gonna say Calvin Johnson's season. But as a football fan, it was crazy. It was crazy what Cooper Kupp was doing after he got that ball. And how he
did
ball.
everything, man. He did short passes, he did reverses, jet sweeps, he did screens, he went deep, he blocked. Everything. That dude did everything, man. I knew it was only a matter of time before he was gonna get hurt, because he was, 2-3 straight years of
he's carrying the load too much.
And blocking like a freaking tight end.
Yeah.
That dude was doing everything, man.
Yeah. I just remember that game Calvin Johnson had 322 yards against the Cowboys?
326.
I remember that game where he was on the goal line and he was double teamed at the line. He was
like a punt return.
Yeah,
like a punt return.
Yeah, like he was a gunner.
I mean, like a gunner on a punt return. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, that was because it ended up being a back shoulder catch, wasn't it? It was all the way over here somewhere.
Thompson. Well, the Daniel Tomlinson's TD record was right after Priest Holmes. So you gonna talk about LT? We gotta talk about Priest Holmes.
Hey, Corey Dillon had a monster season 2, man. Corey Dillon. Hey, and you remember when nobody could stop Jamal Lewis in Baltimore? Who wanted to tackle that man?
Nobody.
I mean, you think Derrick Henry big? He bigger than Jamal Lewis, but Jamal Lewis was. Big. Other than Jerome Bettis, Jamal Lewis, nobody wanted to tackle him, man. Nobody.
Jamal Lewis.
We talking about single season. We talking about single season performances, and we only mentioning offense. Nobody said Michael Strahan's record-breaking season.
Yeah, that was cold.
Oh yeah, it's true. I mean, nobody said Ray Lewis is every season.
Yeah, nobody said Deion Sanders every season.
Yeah.
Or Reggie White.
Deion Sanders got to the point where he wasn't putting up no stats because they wouldn't even throw to his side though.
That ain't his fault. It is kind of his fault. He was that good, but yeah, that wasn't his fault though.
Yeah, I used to like the way Reggie White used to slap them grown men across their head, man. Treat them like Hebrew slaves. Pop, just pop them, man.
And the crazy part about it is that Reggie White was the second best defensive lineman on his team for like 3 or 4 years.
Who was the best?
Really?
Jerome Brown.
Brown was better than him.
He was cold. He was cold too.
I give you that.
He was cold
Jerome Brown was cold. He just, what did he do? He got shot, didn't he? Got killed?
Nah. If I remember, he OD'd.
Did he OD? Is that what it was?
Well, they don't count. He was high on that daggone booger sugar out there. That's, I mean look, if you high off that gives you a slight edge, man, because you don't care about nothing. Just like Michael Irvin when he was out there on that booger sugar, they say when they tackled him close to the goal line, he used to sniff it like that. He thought that he saw that white powder. That was high off his mind, man.
Hey Corey, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
What?
I tried to
know,
hold
man.
it. Mel stupid.
What?
The Mel say some dumb shit like that, and he looked right at me. And I know he was looking at me. He was waiting for me to crack. I'm like, this fool is stupid, but he cracked before me. You hear what that fool just said?
Anyway, why has Dallas never retired 88, and y'all have had a couple of good 88s?
It's part of their routine.
Well, I mean, it's just, that's just what your best receiver wears. Because I mean, it's two 88 in the Ring of Honor. You got Drew Pearson and Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like a rite of passage or a supreme honor if you get the 88 jersey.
Well, yeah, because I mean, C.D. Lamb didn't even want to wear 88 when he first came into the NFL. He wanted to be number 10. It's just they had Michael Irvin and Drew Pearson and Dez Bryant. You know, like they all came in the room and talked to him. Like like I said, it's like an honor. It's a rite of passage.
Yeah, they do the same thing in Chicago at that school D Rose went to for the basketball player that got killed, Benji.
You talking about Simeon?
Yeah, Simeon. Number 25 is always the best player on the squad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Y'all gotta watch that documentary on Benji, man. Amazing. What is it? Is it a documentary or a movie? It might be a movie.
No, watch 30-30.
It's a 30. Okay, yeah, Benji, watch that jump, man.
Which, by the way, they just did the 30 for 30 with the 2000. I'm gonna check that out once I get off here.
The 2000 what?
2000 Ravens. I'm gonna go check that out once I get off here.
All right. We can go ahead and end it, man. What y'all think about this Giants fan saying that he don't count that free sack that Michael Irvin got on fall?
Shit, Favre gave it to him. You saw it.
Was that the record-breaking season?
Yep.
Yeah.
So then it'd be what, 21 and a half? That's still crazy.
That's still a crazy season. That's
still
incredible.
It's still crazy. It's just that how much y'all putting the asterisk on my Chiefs Super Bowl. I'm putting the asterisk on that damn sack record.
Yeah. Before we close it, man, let's go ahead and recap everything because there's some people that joined late, man. Y'all can rewind this thing back and hear what we talked about those bad calls in that Super Bowl that don't count, that asterisk behind it. then we moved on to Corey getting absolutely filleted and cooked. He just got filleted for like 45 minutes, man. Y'all gotta rewind again. That debate was nuts and crazy, man. It was
I don't think so, but okay.
Yeah. And then Corey getting cooked some more. And then I mean, it was this was a good show, man. Good episode, man.
This was a great one, man. Oh man,
hey,
we ain't even talk about how LeBron shutting it down for the season.
Oh man,
no, please. Hey, turn it off. No, we ain't got time for that. No, we ain't got time for that.
This basically a recap of the show. This Corey getting cooked. Well, actually, he was cooking himself. It wasn't. I like when my food get in the pot for me and just.
I don't know. I like about that because you think jump balls are great passes, but go ahead.
And you thought Deshaun Jackson played with T.O. and McNabb.
So maybe you got me there, but your whole first subject line was crazy. But yeah, you battled back. I'm proud of you, young fella. Good job.
Oh yeah, and then Corey was jealous of Chris's background.
I don't know about that.
With the 80s game.
But anyway,
Hey,
so
hey.
this week, and I'm probably gonna try to do it Wednesday. I'm going to do a pilot podcast, and the first title is going to be the state of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, who? Oh, that should be a good one.
Hey, I might tune in.
Yeah.
For that one.
So,
Are we gonna be able to see you, or you ain't got no light yet?
I got a big old house, but we're gonna do it. And I'm gonna try to do it probably once a week. I'll probably try to do it once a week up until like when the season starts. But I think it should be pretty good. I'm gonna do the first one. Probably do the first one by myself, but then I want y'all to join me after that.
I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be dope. But you know, since it's yours, right? I might have to behave, and I won't be able to clown you that much on there. I
No. No, that's what makes it fun, because you don't really know what you're talking about, so that makes it a lot of fun.
Got him.
That was a good one.
Corey, I don't even know how you even talking, man. How you talk? You roadkill. I done already cooked you. Like,
Hey.
All good, man.
You shouldn't
All
even be.
good. You are more than welcome.
Can y'all hear Corey? I can't hear him.
Listen,
I'm giving you my olive branch and telling you that you are more than welcome.
And I'm giving you my olive bread and telling you to get in my belly. You food. You food.
Hey, listen, Corey. Corey, man.
Huh? I didn't even hear what he said. I didn't even hear what he said, but okay.
You gonna need more than that topic for your first episode, because that's a 30-second episode. The
No.
state of the Cowboys is well done steak.
It would be a lot longer than the state of the Detroit Lions, but it's okay. It's all good.
The state of the Detroit Lions is a full 1 hour episode, brother.
I take Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, Jamison Williams, and the two running backs, Swift and Williams. I take that over what Dallas got right now.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Corey, I want to make a friendly bet with you, because we see y'all again this year.
Let's do it.
Who gonna have a better season, Crack Prescott or?
No. Y'all should just go straight up. Cowboys.
No, check it out. Cowboys versus Lions, right? Whoever wins,
Mm-hmm.
the loser has to go on the other's podcast and talk the other team up. It's a high degree.
Absolutely, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Just make the bet better. The other one got to show up with the other person, at least a T-shirt on.
I like money involved, man. Just put the money in there. Y'all talking about this other side. I talked the Dallas Cowboys up all season this year just to be nice to my friend Corey, but I knew there was some boo boo in the shoe. I knew there was.
Hey,
I didn't talk about it because I don't know if you remember the first time we discussed them. I told you I didn't think they were going to be very good.
Hey, I can't with y'all. I can't with y'all.
How about you?
I can't with y'all. Yo, shut this shit
I'm not
down.
paying.
Hey, all I know is
no attention.
I ain't paying no attention. All I know is after a few hours ago, now my hat is outdated. I gotta get a new one.
Hey, I'm gonna use that, man.
I'm ignoring these fools. Hey man, turn this shit off, man.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, everybody that's right in here right now, hit the like button, man. If you haven't subscribed to us,
Hey man, I'm the Wild Card Mark. Catch me at RW Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. That's a YouTube channel. You can catch me on RW Sports 1 on Twitter. You can catch me KC Wild Card Mark on Twitter and Wild Card Mark on Facebook and Instagram. Because these fools turn this shit off, man.
All right, y'all, man.
Real quick, man. This Motown Chris, man. Be on the lookout for the Pride podcast coming soon under Man Down Sports. We're gonna talk in all things Lions, man. So check it out coming soon, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, there we go. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button. Peace.